game. The Lions girls still have not played since their accident in the bus that they were on their way to Minneapolis last week. They still have not played and do not intend to play tonight. So it's just a boys-only contest between Lions and Ellsworth in Lions tonight. Other games in the area as we go through and check the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. The schedule for tonight, Bennington is at El Saline. That game is streaming live on SalinaPost.com. Tyler Henry has the call of that. Also Chapman and Clay Center tangling. Wamego and Abilene. Mays at Salina Central. Campus at Salina South. And Smoky Valley is at Hoisington. Here it is, southeast of Saline and Sacred Heart. And boy, you always get ready for this one, right? On a Tuesday, on a Friday, on a Thursday, it really doesn't matter. Tyler Smith, this is a game that you really look forward to. And southeast of Saline and Sacred Heart, they're part of this jumbled up NCAA standings on the girls' side. We kind of knew it would come down to this, right? It's not that we didn't have any confidence in southeast of Saline, but it's like we're here every year. At this point, it's just like who's going to figure this out and go ahead and take this league championship. Southeast, of course, they're in the driver's seat right now at 6-1, but Sacred Heart, they're still at 3-3.
Yeah, you're exactly right. This is a linchpin game. I mean, this will eliminate, inevitably Sacred Heart from a league championship opportunity if you can get the win tonight. and that's something you never know when you want to talk to your players about winning league championships and what that means. What it means, I think for a lot of us, like you win your league, that means you're winning your backyard, and that's the most important thing. You're beating the teams that are similar class, in your league. It kind of creates that kind of bragging rights with all those guys that get around the water cooler or the barbecue when they all get together. You want to make sure you win the league, and this game is huge in implications. Sacred Heart wins this game, they're still in it. They still have every right, to keep fighting. But if you're Southeast, you win tonight. You eliminate Sacred Heart from this, and you really put yourself in the driver's seat. And that's what Sean Smith talked to our players about. Not necessarily the water cooler talk and all that, but it's about you're in control of your own destiny. At some point, if you want to be a contender at the state tournament level, you've got to make sure you take care of your league. You slipped up a little bit against Ellsworth, and Ellsworth, by God, we could talk all night about how they played. They did everything. They came out, did everything right. How do you bounce back? And that's the funnest thing about what tonight can bring.
It was a 7-game winning streak that Southeast of Saline had assembled until they ran into that Ellsworth team on Friday night. And boy, I tell you, it was 49-39, the final score. Ellsworth, though, I kept saying they did all their heavy lifting early on, and not that their start determined the game, but the point margin did. They came out to a 9-0 lead, and then Southeast of Saline scored, and then they went up by 12, Ellsworth did. And then, Southeast gets it back within 7 at the end of the first, back within 9, and that's really the closest they got at halftime. They were back within 9 a couple of times in that fourth quarter, but then Ellsworth pushes it back out to 14, ends up being 49-39 in this game. And just, boy, that start, 4 3-pointers and a 3-point play with a layup and a free throw tacked onto that, all in the first period.
Well, and Devin, it's how Ellsworth played with the lead. Like at times, you see a team get off hot, and they're hitting a lot of threes. You don't know if they're just going to rely on that and going to continue to do that all night. But they took that lead, and then they continued to shoot the three, and they rebounded. They got offside rebounds. They did a great job. They just continued to with that lead, and I was super impressed with Ellsworth, just how they played defensively, offensively. Take their threes away, and all of a sudden that's a tight game. But Ellsworth deserved those threes. They hit open shots. They did a great job, and that's what makes every single night so much fun in NCAA league play, is you never know what you're going to get.
So Southeast coming off of a loss, Sacred Heart coming off of a win. They were able to go into Hutchinson and beat Trinity on Friday night. When we come back, we'll talk more about Sacred Heart. We'll also have starting lineups for you and the tip, also the new Image Audio. Keys to success tonight for Southeast of Saline to get back on the winning side. It's all coming up here on Countdown to Tip-Off. It's brought to you by L&L Advisors. We'll step away, come back with more. It's a 3-minute timeout as we continue on here on Countdown to Tip-Off on KINA.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. The team at Kniper Agency with Farmers Insurance can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Stephanie, Morgan, or Tiffany at the Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to find out how they can help you protect the things that matter most to you.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state. And the second free throw is good. The Trojans have called timeout to make some important decisions.
Hi, fans. It's Winnell Garrettson from Salina Homes. In every game, there are lots of options to make the right play. And in real estate, the plays can be challenging. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing for the family, investing in rentals or commercial property, or selling land, I have the knowledge to help you win your real estate game. It's sure to be a slam dunk when I serve as your realtor. Buy or sell, call Winnell.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach right off Crawford and in the Central Mall Salina and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Hi, this is Angela Gephardt from the Bank of Tuscan, and I'm still cheering on SES Trojans. Just like a great basketball team, we're here to assist, pass, and score big with you with our lineup of winning banking products. Whether you're looking to save with our traditional high-yield savings account, earn with Kasasa-free checkings, or secure your future with competitive loan options, we've got the tools to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Stop by one of our branches or visit Bank of Tuscan to learn more. The Bank of Tuscan, member FDIC.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Back here on Countdown to Tip-Off, it's brought to you by L&L Advisors, getting ready for Southeast of Saline basketball here at home as they take on their rivals from Salina in the Sacred Heart Knights. Look back at the first meeting between these two teams, 43-31. Southeast was able to get the victory at that point in the season. It was just the 7th game for Southeast of Saline. It was their 8th game. Things have swung pretty harshly in the other direction now. They come into this game, Southeast of Saline, this will be their 16th game of the regular season. Sacred Heart, this will just be game number 13, and Sacred Heart will kind of take on the schedule that Southeast of Saline has been living with, and that's 3 games in a single week. This is the only outing of the week for Southeast of Saline's varsity teams. Sacred Heart, meanwhile, they will have the Tuesday, Thursday, Friday format. After their games here tonight, Thursday, they will go home to face TMP. Friday, they will be in Minneapolis to take on the Lions. That first meeting, though, 43-31. And really, if you're Southeast of Saline, you limited scoring. You only let one Lady Knight get in double digits. That was Skylar Douglas with 11. The closest to that was Mia Hamilton with 8. Sacred Heart also limited from behind the three-point line. They only converted 3 3-pointers. Southeast of Saline, meanwhile, had 5. They had a second quarter with 3 3-pointers made in that contest back earlier this month. Let's go over starting lineups for you. First for Southeast of Saline. Let's go Sacred Heart first. Under the direction of head coach Carl Hines, they will start Adeline Lee. She's a sophomore, 14.5 points per game, also 3 assists, along Skylar Douglas, a junior, 16.5 points a game, 3.5 rebounds, 3 assists. Mia Hamilton, a sophomore, 6.5 points a game, along with Nicole Richards, a junior, couple of points, few assists a game as well. Eden Sharpton, a sophomore, in the starting lineup. Carl Hines' squad comes in, as I said, fresh off a victory against Hutch Trinity on Friday in Hutchinson. They are 6-6 overall. They are 3-3 in the NCKO, and they have games coming up the rest of the week against TMP in Minneapolis. That's on Thursday and Friday, respectively. We will step away. When we come back, we will have the starters for Southeast of Saline. Tip-off is right around the corner here on KINA.
Whether on the field, court, or operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 50 years of combined service. If you need help staying active, or maybe you just want to discuss the newest techniques and services that Salina Ortho provides, or you want to see one of their trusted physicians, visit salinaortho.com. Come see Salina Ortho. Your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach right off Crawford and in the Central Mall Salina and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back inside the Purple Palace, Devin Haney along with Tyler Smith. Starters right now being introduced. Let's recap the starters for Sacred Heart. It's Addie Lee along with Skylar Douglas, Mia Hamilton, Nicole Richards, and Eden Sharpton for the 6 and 6 Sacred Heart Lady Knights. For Southeast of Saline's Lady Trojans, they're under the direction of Shauna Smith in her 9th season, assisted by Steve Reedy and Kylie Holmes. They will start Addison Rory, 5'7" senior, 2.5 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist per game. 5'7" junior Abba Pearson. Abigail is the leading scorer on this team, 12 points a game, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. She has been scorching hot here lately. In her last 2 games, she has scored 20 and 19. Reese Heinrich is a 5'1" freshman. She averages 6.5 points a game, also 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Along with Kaya Samuelson, a 5'7" freshman, 10.5 points a game, 4 rebounds, 2.5 assists. She leads the team in assists and steals. And Sutton Douglas rounds out the starting 5, the 5'7" junior, 6 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist per game. Tyler Smith, it is your turn. Our new image audio keys to success tonight for Southeast of Saline.
Devin, the last 3 weeks have been like just drinking water out of a fire hose. I mean, it's been coming at you. It's been 3 games, in the last 3 weeks. Scattering reports, trying to prep for teams, your walkthroughs, they're all discombobulated. I think it'll be nice to see the Southeast Saline team with just a little bit of prep. Okay, the 2 players you have to focus on. You can't let Lee, you can't let Douglas, you can't let them go off. You got to make sure you're guarding them on the perimeter. We saw what happened, against Ellsworth. When Ellsworth, the perimeter players, went off, had a few early threes. You got to keep this game close early on. But you also got to play your game. You got to let your players play, get out and go. We saw it was Kaya Samuelson that just had a huge fourth quarter to put the nail in the coffin against Sacred Heart at Sacred Heart. Tonight is about playing with confidence, do what you can do, and at the end of the day, remember, you have number 33. You have Abigail Pearson. When things break down, give the ball to her. She's made great decisions over the last couple of weeks. She's been such a leader. Let's have some fun.
Ball is in the air. It is Samuelson in the center circle along with Douglas. It'll be Southeast of Saline that wins the tip. Lady Trojans in their white jerseys trimmed in purple, a little bit of black. Pearson loses the ball, trying to sweep across. She thought it was tipped. The official didn't see it that way, and the opening possession is a turnover for Southeast of Saline. Here comes Sacred Heart in their road navies, trimmed in gold. Sacred Heart across the front of those. A little bit of white on those unis as well. 0-0. First possession here for the Knights. On the right-hand side, it's Skylar Douglas dancing with it. She's being guarded tightly by Samuelson. Now she'll flip it out to Mia Hamilton for a long right-wing shot. That's no good. Sutton Douglas saved it right back into a Sacred Heart night. Here's a drive now down the right-hand side of the lane. It's Addie Lee. That's no good. And the rebound on the deck, diving for it, is Addison Rohr. Now she'll play it to Samuelson. Kaya with a long pass up the floor to Reese Heinrich, and she's going to be fouled as she goes to the rack. That was a tough ball from Samuelson for Reese Heinrich to kind of dig out there, but she was able to take it on a short bounce and then turn her attention directly to the basket where she was fouled, and free throws coming up.
Well, it's the aggression from Heinrich right there. Just catches the ball on the baseline. There's no ball fake. There's nothing else there. She just attacks. She draws the foul. It's a great job from the freshman, Reese Heinrich.
Foul is on Eden Sharpton. It's the first foul of the game. Heinrich misses the first free throw off the front lip. Not even a minute into this contest yet. First foul. Heinrich's second free throw is on the way, and she got that one to go. Southeast is on the board first. They lead it 1-0.
And Devin, Sharpton's a player that didn't score in the first game, but really impressed with her inside presence. She did a lot defensively. Anytime you can draw a foul on her early on, it's going to be beneficial for Southeast.
Yeah, she did not start in the first meeting. She is here tonight, of course, and now a long shot that travels over the rim out of bounds, and it's chased and watched this time by Sutton Douglas.
And that's big right there. Sutton Douglas got the first rebound, and she threw the ball back into play, and all of a sudden it was Sacred Heart's basketball right there. She did a wise move, let the ball go. Don't worry about the stats. Not that Sutton Douglas would, but she did a great job right there.
Kaya Samuelson, Reese Heinrich trying to set up the backdoor cut there, and then Samuelson cut it off. Reese got caught in a bad position, and she was whistled with a double dribble violation. So 2 turnovers here and 1 point for Southeast of Salina in their first 3 trips on offense.
Yeah, and Devin, a dead ball turnover. Let's discuss really quickly. Dead ball and live ball turnovers are so much different. Right there, dead ball turnover, you still get your defense set up. Live ball turnovers, you leave Sacred Heart right there as Reese Heinrich's called for the foul. It's going to be 2 shots for Douglas. But a live ball turnover, all of a sudden, it's a transition game. And that Southeast, their defense just isn't built for transition defense. Nobody is, right, on a live ball turnover. So dead ball turnovers you'll take. I'm glad it wasn't like an errant pass. It was an easy steal as the first free throw goes. But live ball and dead ball turnovers are crucial, for Southeast.
Douglas at the free throw line. The lefty made the first one. Second one coming up here, and a chance to put Sacred Heart in front, and she does. That foul on Reese Heinrich, her first of the game. 2-1, Sacred Heart.
And you're seeing Mia Hamilton just pressure Heinrich from the get-go, just making sure, nothing's easy for Heinrich. There's no easy, you can't just bring the ball up and get into your offense.
Samuelson passed up a 3, played it to Heinrich. It's bobbled and coughed up. 3 turnovers in the first 4 trips offensively for Southeast. 2 minutes into this one. 2-1 our score. Now a ball that's thrown away by Sacred Heart as they commit their first turnover.
Yeah, just tried to throw the ball over Addison Rohr. Rohr had good position, trying to throw the ball over. It's going to be a turnover. And just look at it right there, nice pass, but it was sharp and they just couldn't get her hands on it.
2-1. Reagan Duran has come into the game here early on. She'll replace Reese Heinrich.
Well,
Abigail Pearson picking up right where she left off for, I can't even say Friday night, for like the last 3 weeks.
And like a broken record, I'm going to say it was ball and seams. She got the seams right in her fingertips. What a great finish to see Duran entering the game.
4-2 after the 3 ball by Abba Pearson. There's an open night on the weak side of the basket. They got her the ball, but a little bobble there. And Southeast of Saline will have a chance to recover here defensively. Sacred Heart had to reset. They'll play it into the lane. Now back out. Ball above her head. Richard. She'll drive into the keyhole. Now flip it to Addie Lee. Now back over to the right. Skylar Douglas has a couple of dribbles there. Now she's stuck. Samuelson on her defensively. Back to Addie Lee. Center of the floor. She'll put a spin move on Pearson and dump it off for a pass. Shot up, no good. Down low by Sharpton. And the rebound secured by Addison Rohr.
Yeah, Rohr's been so good on the defensive rebound side. She's, collected 11 last week. Unofficially just continues to attack the boards, be in the right spot.
Samuelson gets inside, jumps around a defender. They're going to call a traveling violation on Kaya Samuelson. Sutton Douglas will come out for the first time. Sarah Feldman into the game for the first time.
Yeah, and right there, I like the move from Samuelson. I think if she gets that jump step, if both feet land at the same time, that's not a violation right there. You can see that left foot land a little bit early. It's a good call from the official, but Southeast going really small right now. So let's see how this works.
That's one of those I'd watch the replay probably 7 times.
Yeah,
it's that close, but man, I'm with you. Good move, right?
Yeah, you got to love the initiative, just the aggressiveness of Samuelson to make that move.
4-2, Sacred Heart. Go to the baseline. Now they flip it back out for a drive back into the cup. That's no good. Loose ball. Here comes Kaya Samuelson. She is going to look at 3 Knights in front of her. Not going to phase her, though. She's going to go to the block, turn around, shot up, no good. And the rebound taken off the long shot by Nicole Richards for Sacred Heart. Already halfway through the first period of play here at Southeast of Saline. Here's a drive by Addie Lee, and her scoop shot is up and good. Tied at 4.
Yeah, good body control from Lee. She absorbed some contact. She went up strong to the basket, rewarded with a bucket.
Reagan Duran out to Feldman.
There you
Sarah
go.
Feldman puts it on the tee and knocks it out in the fairway. Feldman spotted up, and Duran found her underneath the rack.
Man, I'll tell you what, you get to know Sarah Feldman. You understand how her brain works a little bit. You watch her shoot. She is such a precise play right there. Roaring another rebound, but when Feldman gets everything set up, holy moly, it's an easy bucket.
Pearson, she was found underneath the basket.
Yes.
Kaya Samuelson dropped one on her, and Abba able to go in and score. And all of a sudden, it's a 5-point Southeast of Saline lead as the Lady Trojans are off and running here in the opening of this one. 3:24 left to go, a quick 30-second timeout. Trojans lead it by 5 here on KINA.
You're telling me your driver can turn you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor is running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway.
In Salina.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Back here at Southeast of Saline's Gymnasium, the Purple Palace, it is the home team leading by 5, 9-4. Southeast leading over Sacred Heart here early on. Here's Lee spotting up for a 3, right-hand side, and she gets the bucket. 5 straight points for Addie Lee.
Yeah, nice little call from Coach Carl Hines. Just got Addie Lee the basketball in a good spot. She did a great job just nailing that shot.
Pearson now makes her way into the lane. She's going to be fouled from behind. Reaching over the top that time was Alyssa Patterson. Oh, they're going to say Douglas. Wow.
Really unfortunate on Douglas. It looked like it was definitely Patterson with the foul.
So Douglas takes the first one. Pearson at the free throw line. First one splashes home.
Anytime you pick up, these random fouls that aren't on who we think it is. I mean, I didn't see Douglas anywhere in the scene, but that's advantageous for Southeast.
Abba 1 of 2 at the line. She has 4 points here early on. Addie Lee, all gas, no brakes, gets into the lane. They're going to call a foul from the baseline. This is going to be Reese Heinrich, and it's her second.
And right there, Addie Lee just, it's what we've seen a lot from Samuelson or Pearson. She just saw a little bit of an opening, and she just attacked. And right there, Heinrich's called for the foul.
Douglas holding in, waiting on Addie Lee. Reagan Duran is there to pick her up, and they're going to say,
I don't think Lee ever established position inbounds again. I mean, she did a great job just doing baseline cut. You're exactly right. Never established position. Tough call because she ran up the screen really well. The officials saw it otherwise.
10-7, Southeast of Saline, leading by 3. Samuelson shoots
the
3.
Let's go.
Kaya Samuelson gets her first bucket on the left-hand side, almost dead away on the baseline. Loose ball momentarily there by Sacred Heart. Reagan Duran in the area, 13-7, biggest lead of the quarter so far for Southeast. 2:09 left to go here in the first period. 13-7, our score. Lee trying to direct traffic.
I don't know if you can see. Feldman's got on her left eye. She's got a little glue on her eye. Suffered a little bit of an injury. Look at Feldman. Feldman's just gonna think about it. Feldman headsy right there. She was sprinting after the basketball, trying to get maybe a backcourt. Sacred Heart didn't go after it. Feldman's dealing with a little injury right there. She's got I think stitches over the left eye that she suffered at practice. That's what I love about Feldman. Like there's so many things that she does. I'm assuming she got it fighting for a ball that she couldn't potentially get, but that's what Feldman does. I've already seen her bury a 3. She's just always in the right place.
Pearson open from 3. That one's strong, no good, off the backboard. After it hit the rim, Douglas in there battling for the rebound. Sacred Heart will pull it away. Yeah, I love the hustle on that because, as you said, nobody from Sacred Heart went after that ball. If Sarah gets there in time, she's going to pick it up and go shoot a layup. Here's a three-pointer now by Sacred Heart. Nicole Richards gets her first basket. 13-10 now. Sacred Heart back within 3.
Yeah, shot with confidence right there from Richards. Just caught the ball in rhythm. Defense was sagging off. Nice shot from Richards.
Samuelson left open, top of the circle. Three-pointer on the way. And she gets it right back for Southeast.
Devin, I don't know how many times we've said Samuelson open. Like, defense they've been harassing her the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's nice to see her with an open shot, and she drains it.
Now, she's been coming out of traffic and spotting up beyond the three-point line when she gets set, just letting it fly right now. 16-10, 4 3-pointers for Southeast of Saline here in this first period. They lead it by a half a dozen. 45 seconds left to go here in the first. Here's another three nope, they're going to call it a 3. I thought it was a 2. Nicole Richards. So just as I say, Southeast has 4. Sacred Heart now has 3. 16-13. That's the difference right now in this game. Pearson to Samuelson. Samuelson, right-hand side, guarded. Going to use the clock here. Otherwise, she might have put that one up for a heat check.
Yeah, and that's good of Samuelson, right? Just learning the offense, learning the clock, learning what we're trying to do. You're trying to get the last opportunity in the first quarter. You know, maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, that shot goes up. The understanding of what the whole process is, very good from Kaya.
Possession's not over yet, my friend. Down to 5, down to 4. Douglas is going to get the defense out to Samuelson. Three-pointer on the way. It's good. 19-13. Kaya Samuelson caps the first quarter with 3 3-pointers. She gives Southeast of Saline a 6-point lead as we head to the second. Lady Trojan Basketball on KINA. Also live stream video on SalinaPost.com. It's brought to you by Salina Ortho.
Suit up for your next Southeast of Saline game day with Trojan gear from Copyco. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more available off the rack or customized. At Copyco, they offer all the printing and custom apparel you need at the prices and fast turnaround you've come to expect over the last 30 years as your local hometown print shop. Whether you're a diehard Trojan fan, a coach planning the next big event, or a business looking to sponsor the team, they've got everything you need to show your Southeast of Saline spirit. Copyco, more than just a copy center, a proud sponsor of Southeast of Saline.
You're telling me your driver can turn you on remotely?
You bail as much as you can, as fast as you can, all while putting up the highest quality product possible. Case IH round balers have the reputation as the hardest working balers in the business to consistently build dense bales with square shoulders that don't sag. No matter the crop or field condition, bale more with Case IH round balers. With easier maintenance and serviceability, you'll spend more time where it counts. In the field, baling hay. Ready to build a better bale? Contact Can Equip in Solomon.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
19-13 as we go to the second quarter. Devin Haney, Tyler Smith here. Back at the Purple Palace. Here's a steal. Reagan Duran gets out in the passing lane all the way to the cup on the right-hand side. She was harassed and fouled at the end of that play. And it's a big one. It's number 2 on Skylar Douglas who is giving chase.
Yeah, right there. Duran just gets in the passing lane. And that's something we talked about. Southeast might go a little bit smaller than we've seen them in, games past, just trying to get Duran on the court more, trying to get Feldman some more minutes. And right there, Duran just showing what she can do. Usually as she makes that first free throw, we're used to Duran making a huge splash in the fourth quarter, but why not get her in there earlier? We see that she's usually in that first rotation, but like Duran is a player that can do a lot of things.
Reagan made the first, second one on the way. Looked just like the first one. Rips through the cords. Reagan Duran over 65% from the free throw line this season. She has given Southeast of Saline an 8-point lead. 21-13, just underway here, second period. Sacred Heart bouncing it inside, now getting it back out. It's Bethany Campa who has checked into this game. She came in late in the first quarter for the Lady Knights. Campa passed it up. Now she gets it back. Passing back into the keyhole now. Goes into the hands of Richards. Campa looking left. Eyeballed Mia Hamilton. Now a flat-foot three-pointer is up and good. We've seen that before from Bethany Campa.
We have, and I think you'll let Bethany Campa have that shot. I mean, like you said, it's a flat-footed shot. She's drained that. She drained it the first time we saw them play. Campa's very, able to make that shot, but you'll live and die on that hill right there for Coach Shauna Smith.
Samuelson inside, took a jab step at a defender, then stepped around him, then was fouled. She will go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
And Devin, I like how crafty Samuelson is when she gets in the lane, right? It's not linear all the time with her 2 steps right there. She took a step one direction, came back the other. She draws that contact on Campa. It's a big-time play from a freshman, and it's a very mature play as that first free throw goes in, already with 10 points. But that's a step and a move you usually don't see until you're, a more veteran player.
Ellie Campa guilty of the foul. Kaya Samuelson will make both of the free throws. She now has 11. Back to a 7-point lead here for Southeast of Saline. 6:44 left to go, second quarter. Here's Campa again with that flat-footed 3, and she drains it again. Bethany Campa goes back-to-back. Boy, when we say flat-footed, it's not that she's jumping like you and I. It is those feet are not leaving the ground. Here's Reagan Duran off the window for 2.
Yeah, super impressive from Camp on one side, but what an angle from Duran, and what a just craftsmanship right there to use the backboard. Great finish from the sophomore.
Southeast of Saline fighting off Sacred Heart. Here's another 3-pointer by Campa. That's no good. And the rebound comes back out the other way. That was Ellie Campa, not Bethany, who tried it. Same similar shot, though.
Yes. And somewhere a dad or a mother or a family member is extremely proud of how that shot goes in.
Thinking Rick Barry might be pretty happy with.
It's not a granny shot, but yes, there's the exact same of vertical lift as a granny shot would be.
Here's a turnover on Southeast of Saline. That ball got knocked around like a pool cue inside. It ended up going out of bounds, and the referees will award it to Sacred Heart. 5 turnovers for Southeast of Saline. Sacred Heart with 4. 6-point lead for Southeast. Here's a drive and a kick out to the corner.
Yeah.
Another 3-pointer that's up and good. Skylar Douglas with a 3. And a timeout called by Southeast of Saline. A 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well. 5:41 left to go here. Second quarter. Southeast with a 3-point lead on KINA.
Attention deer hunters and land managers. Join Phillips Seed Wildlife for the Whitetail Management Summit on March 1st in Oswego, Kansas. Hear from Don Higgins of the Chasing Giants podcast, nationally recognized deer veterinarian Dr. Clifford Shipley, and Wes Delks, Whitetail Land Management Consultant. Elevate your whitetail management game. To register, Google Whitetail Summit 2025 or call 785-949-2204. That's 949-2204. Reserve your spot today. Spaces are limited.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
18 of Sacred Heart's 22 points have come from behind the arc as they have hit 6 3-pointers. Here's a ball now for Southeast of Saline that's poked into the backcourt, but Southeast able to run it down. Off to Samuelson on the right-hand side. Now to Pearson. Pearson pirouettes, tries to knock it in off the window, and a foul will be called inside. Trying to get that rebound there for Southeast of Saline is Sutton Douglas. Guilty of the foul there. It is her first.
Yeah, very rare opportunity. I think Abba caught the ball, and she was so wide open, she didn't know what to do. All of a sudden, she takes a gather dribble, tries to go up. The defense draws on her. Tough finish opportunity for Pearson, but that's a shot that, we love her taking.
25-22 the score. Southeast of Saline leading by 3. Their lead was once 8 in this game. Down low, here's a little baby hook, left-hand style. Skylar Douglas up and good. 7 points for her. Now a 1-point Southeast lead.
Yeah, Douglas showing her versatility. Just hit a 3, from the perimeter right there. And right there, she's got the ball. Had a nice little, little baby hook from about 10 feet away. It's a great finish from Douglas.
Samuelson, step back 3, hard off the back of the rim, took a high bounce, had a chance, and it's going to be collected on the rebound now by Douglas. Skylar Douglas passing it up to Addie Lee. Lee now to the lane. She'll kick it out for a long shot. That's no good. Rebound by Eden Sharpton. Now the ball on the floor. Addison Rohr down after it, and the ball on the baseline in the custody of Addison Rohr will stay here with Sacred Heart. 25-24, Southeast of Saline leading it by 1. Sacred Heart with the basketball on the baseline.
Yeah, and it's Rohr right there, just seeing a loose ball. And if Rohr sees a loose ball, she's going after them. After it's inbounds or out of bounds. It's a great job just making sure it's a dead ball situation and not a loose ball situation for Southeast defense.
Here's a crossover on the right-hand side. Addie Lee now a beautiful spin, puts a shot up, got it short, and it's out of bounds off a Sacred Heart player. This time it'll go to Southeast of Saline. 4:18 left to go here in the second quarter. Keep it here at halftime. We'll go over numbers from the first half. We'll also check in with Francis Flax See what's going on with the Southeast of Saline boys. They come into tonight riding a 5-game winning streak and 8-7. They're on the winning side of the record for the first time this season after starting 0-4. They got an undefeated Sacred Heart team waiting on them in game number 2 this evening. Here's a tip. It goes off the hand of Feldman, and then diving out of bounds to try to save it was Sacred Heart's Nicole Richards. She saved it off Feldman's hip out of bounds, and it will go to the Knights. What a play there by Sacred Heart Lady Knights and Nicole Richards.
Great play from Richards, but Feldman just didn't know where the ball was. It tipped off her hands. All of a sudden it goes out. She didn't know where. She's looking for the basketball. She has 1.5 working eyes right now. Ball tipped off, but great play from Richards.
Here's Lee. Little hanger on the baseline side. That's no good. Looked like Heinrich was going to collect it, and then Lee knocks it out of there to a teammate. Headsy play there by Sacred Heart. Big ball fake. Now they dump it off down low. A shot put up is no good. Addison Rohr will get the foul. Free throws coming up for Eden Sharpton.
Yeah, you saw right there, ball kind of ping-pongs around a little bit. It looked like Rohr just caught in a bad spot. Good foul from Rohr, not giving Sharpton an easy bucket. Center to the free throw line for 2.
Just the first foul on Addison Rohr. Free throw by Sharpton is up and no good. Heinrich has 2. Addison Rohr and Sutton Douglas each have 1. So anything but foul trouble. Look at the other side on Sacred Heart. They have 3 different players with 1 foul. So no. Actually, excuse me, Skylar Douglas has 2. So similar foul trouble there for Sacred Heart. Really non-existent right now. Both free throws missed there. Southeast of Saline still comes away with a 1-point lead. 3:24 left to go. Sarah Feldman looking inside at Abba Pearson. She was coming across the paint, blocked the block, and it went over her head and out of bounds. Turnover number 6 for Southeast.
Pearson wide open on that baseline cut right there, and as soon as Feldman throws the ball, it's almost like she was disappointed in herself. She needs to go lower with that pass. Just keep it. Can't go over the top with these passes. You know, Sacred Heart's, they're athletic enough. They're going to be behind. They're going to play good enough defense. You got to get a little ball fake, a little something lower. Right there, Feldman knew the mistake she made.
Little kick out here. Addie Lee got to the elbow. Then she plays it out into the hands of Mia Hamilton. Now back out to Lee. Bethany Campa has it. She's getting a little more attention now from Sarah Feldman after hitting those 2 threes here in this quarter. Campa inside. Richards, nice. Beautiful look down low. Found Eden Sharpton on the backside, all in one motion. Sacred Heart leading it by 1. It's their second lead of the game. They led it 2-1.
Yeah, good finish from Sharpton. What a great pass.
Reagan Durant, three-pointer. That won't go. Rebound lands in the lap of Bethany Campa. Here comes Campa all the way to the free throw line. Now she'll come back out, play it to Lee. Lee picked up there by Pearson. Over to the left. Sacred Heart has it to Nicole Richards. Now back to Mia Hamilton.
Yeah, nice from Campa right there to pull the ball out. I think Sacred, you might see a player go up there, try to, have a 2-on-2 and try to force a shot right there. Campa knows to pull the ball out, give the ball to her guard.
It's a foul here. It's a body check on Abba Pearson. For Abigail, it'll be her first foul. Just the third foul of the quarter on Southeast of Saline. Addison Rohr will come out. Sarah Feldman come out. Also Kaya Samuelson. Sutton Douglas check back in. Double dribble here called on Bethany Campa for Sacred Heart's 5th turnover.
And Devin, an interesting statistic from the Ellsworth game. Southeast Saline was 5 for 21 from inside the three-point line and 5 for 21 from outside the three-point line. So at some point, if you can't rely on that post play, if that post play is not going to give you buckets, you're gonna fire from 3. You're gonna find yourself open shots. You're gonna see what you can do. You're gonna attack, as you saw right there. As you see Duran doing. But you got to figure out a way. If the shots aren't falling inside, you just got to let them fly from the outside. See if you get offensive rebounds and go back up.
Foul on Nicole Richards there, her first. Southeast continues to play, and now we're going to have a whistle and send it back the other way. Foul away from the ball here on an offensive end, and it's going to be, who was that on?
Yeah, I don't know. We got. Oh. And I think Heinrich's looking over like nobody's really.
Well, the referee said number 3.
Yeah.
And there's no number 3. Yeah, I'm not sure that's being all put together right now that she actually might have 3 fouls. Here's a rebound now by Reese. Reagan Durant up the right-hand sideline, and now a traveling violation on Reagan Durant.
Yeah, and you talk about those unfortunate fouls, and when they happen, you have no idea when they're going to happen. You just kind of gotta manage that right now if you're Shauna Smith, and right now it's Heinrich saddled with 3. It looks like, yeah, so you got to get her out of the game. It's tough, right? Because Heinrich's doing some things. She's getting some rebounds. She's kind of controlling the game, from the offensive side. But you got to get her out of the game with 3 fouls in the first half.
1:16 left to go here before halftime. 26-25. Sacred Heart, a little bit of a stall here in the scoring. Sacred Heart gets it down low, though, and Ellie Campa makes a move on the low block to score 2. It's a 3-point Lady Knight lead. Now the ball through the hands of Sutton Douglas, and another turnover for Southeast. They have 8 turnovers here in this half.
Yeah, and this is one of those things. I think Heinrich's value is seen right here. Like, Heinrich's the one that, brings the ball up, kind of slows things down, kind of just composes the team. Without Heinrich right now, like, you got to survive the last minute, make sure you can get her back in the second half.
Sacred Heart bounces it down low. Skylar Douglas with it. Now back out around the perimeter. Looking at Southeast of Saline here. In a zone look on defense.
Yeah, we might see Sacred Heart just kind of play for one unless you get an easy shot. As you see right there, Douglas catches the ball at 10 feet away, just turns. Nice left-handed jumper from Douglas.
Douglas has 9. 30-25. Sacred Heart continues to build this lead. They have swung this around from being down by 8 to being up by 5 here in this quarter. Samuelson, long distance 3. They needed that. Kaya Samuelson, her 4th 3 of the first half. 30-28, Sacred Heart's lead cut to 2. Addie Lee inside, runs into Sutton Douglas. Southeast has the ball. Samuelson has it, but she's going to run out of time, and that will be the half. 30-28, our score. Sacred Heart will take a 2-point lead into the locker room here at the intermission. When we come back on the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report, numbers from the first half. We'll also check the Bennington State Bank scoreboard and a conversation with Francis Flax. It's all coming up when we come back. 30-28, Sacred Heart leading it at the break here on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the southeast of Saline Trojans.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
During the winter months, we all rack up a lot of miles, especially following the SES basketball and wrestling teams. Isaacson Truckline is a proud supporter of the Southeast Trojans and wants to remind everyone to be safe on the roads this season. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truckline.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn! Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back here at halftime, 30-28, a 2-point lead for Sacred Heart. They were down by 8, and now they lead it by 2 as we go to the intermission. Time now for a conversation with Francis Flax, see what's been going on in the world of Southeast of Saline Trojan basketball, coming off of a big victory here on Friday. 61-58, the final score. You get a 3-point win. And, well, we talked about it after the game, Coach. This is one of those games that a little bit of everything here. You had a 16-point deficit in the second quarter. You were able to fight back. It was a physical game. It had a dunk in it. It had some three-pointers, had a bunch of fouls. And, boy, it just you didn't shoot free throws very well, and probably because of that, shouldn't have won by 3, but you did. You came out and you won the game. And, boy, how was it watching this one back on video?
Well, it was all of what you just mentioned. It was just a scramble of a lot of different things. I mean, both teams, got to give credit to Ellsworth. They came out they were ready to go.
Yeah.
They hit those threes right off the bat. that got us kind of panicked a little bit. And then in the second quarter, they expanded on that lead before we finally settled down and dug in a little bit, both defensively, and started executing a little better offensively. And then in the second half, I thought we played extremely, extremely well.
We talked about Owen Bailey, the game that he had. He was sensational, especially in the second half. And Owen's not a kid that plays with a lot of emotion, but I saw that out of him in this game. He really was kind of getting the troops going and wanted to get after this game and win this game. He had 19 points in the second half, ends up with 25. That ties his season high. And I just thought he played an all-around type of basketball game.
He did. He didn't hurry any shots. He took good shots. He was hitting them from the perimeter. He was hitting them from mid-range. He was hitting them from the driving to the bucket. So he had it all going for him. And it was good to see, like you mentioned, a little bit of emotion coming out of him.
You're playing without Adam Teal for a couple of games. There's so much illness going around, and Adam was kind of one of those guys that was missing out of your lineup. But you inserted Caden Perry, and I think Caden's been playing well. He's provided a little bit more energy than what he did earlier in the season, and he's been a bit of a spark for you.
Yeah, he sure has. I think that, excuse me, I think it started in the Clay Center game where he finally, I think, halfway figured it out that he's not going to do much except guard, box out, and help on screens, and then set ball screens. So he's got it pretty well figured out now, and then people forget about him because they don't think he's a threat, and then he'll slip in there and get you a bucket when you least expect it.
I know rebounding was kind of one of the big aspects of what you wanted this team to concentrate on. They're a bit undersized. You really don't have a true big guy inside, and that hurts you early on. There were some games really you were rendered helpless because of the lack of rebounding and just kind of the desire to complete that task. How do you feel that's coming for this team? Has it been better?
Well, it's been better. We're getting more guys that are going to the rebounds. And I'll just mention Sam Knopf for one. He's doing a great job of rebounding for us now, where he kind of shied away in the first semester. Owen gets quite a few rebounds, and he gets most of his because of athletic ability. Gannon is a good rebounder. So, yeah, we're getting more of a team effort in rebounding than we were getting earlier in the year. So that's helped us.
Right now, sitting third in the league standings. You're 8-7 now overall, and as we've talked about, improving that standing and your footing as far as sub-state goes. You're 8-7 now overall. The first time you've been on the good side of 500 is after starting 0-4. How are the guys mentally? What's the new objective? You're supposed to finish out January strong. You've done that. Now what's up top for February?
Well, we'd like to win all the games, but our goal is to come out with 12 wins on the regular season. So that's not much room for error.
Yeah.
So a game like this is vitally important in a lot of different areas. It's important because, outside looking in, we still have a shot to at least challenge for a league title, which is one of the things I would have liked. We mentioned early season that we wanted to do. And most importantly, though, 12 wins will get us a better spot in sub-state.
8-7 coming into this one. Sacred Heart, you had a meeting with them already earlier on this season. Boy, this Sacred Heart team, we talk about them a lot. They just play so well. They play driving to the lane, kicking it out. They always attack the rim. It seems like, Bryson always told me the tough thing about them is they're always going downhill, so to speak. And that is really hard to guard because it takes such good team defense to get after these guys. What are your keys from your guys tonight? What do you want to see most from them?
Well, we've got to, when they do get downhill, first of all, to get those guys, if they don't have any outlet to pass to, they're going to head and shoulder fake you and then shoot. And if you leave your feet, you're going to foul them, and they live on that foul line.
Yeah.
The other thing is, if you're in help defense, you have to be in help defense. But if you're on ball side defense, you can't leave that man in the corner because that's who they're looking for on that penetration and then pitch out to the corner.
Well, a big one here tonight. You'll get to have your rematch with Sacred Heart. Coach, best of luck to you. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you.
Francis Flax, head coach of the Southeast Trojans. His guys tonight will take on Sacred Heart. Winners Friday, 61-58 over Ellsworth. They'll try to make it 6 in a row against Sacred Heart here tonight. When we come back, numbers from the first half, also scores from the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. It's all coming up when we come back here on KINA.
Trojan fans, it takes fuel to win the day. When you're following our team to show that purple pride, fill your tank with gas and diesel as you're coming or going at our 24/7 pumps. And be sure to stop to get the energy you need with a hot cup of New England coffee or cocoa. Or grab a slice of your favorite Hunt Brothers pizza and snacks. Assyria Oil and Hardware is proud to support the southeast of Saline community. Located at the corner of Center and Main in Assyria. We'll fill you up.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here at Southeast of Saline High School, Devin Haney along with Tyler Smith. Time now to check the numbers from the first half as we get ready to start third quarter action. These stats brought to you by the Bank of Teskett. Kaya Samuelson leading all scorers here at halftime. 14 points for her, 6 points for Abba Pearson, 4 points for Reagan Duran, 3 points Sarah Feldman, 1 point for Reese Heinrich. For Sacred Heart's Lady Knights, 9 points for Skylar Douglas, 6 points for Bethany Campa and Nicole Richards, 5 points for Addie Lee, 2 points for Ellie Campa, and 2 points for Eden Sharpton. 30-28, our score here at halftime. Sacred Heart leads it by 2 after an early second quarter lead for Southeast of Saline with 8. Obviously, Sacred Heart got scorching hot from behind the line, Tyler. They hit 3 threes in that second quarter of action, able to swing this score back around. Also an edge for Sacred Heart in the turnover battle as well. When they were hitting those threes in the second quarter, they only turned the ball over twice, and that helped them get back out in front. What was a 5-point lead, Kaya Samuelson trimmed back down to 2 right before the break. What are your thoughts here on the second half?
It's about controlling tempo, right? We saw that Southeast had 8 turnovers in that first half, unofficial on our count, but a lot of them were unforced. And it's so easy to say control the tempo and do this. But you saw Southeast control the tempo in the first quarter, got off to that 7-point lead, and then it was Sacred Heart that controlled the tempo in the second quarter. The good thing about this, if you're a Southeast fan, as we see that the scoreboards go off, this might be a little bit of an issue. But if you want to talk about controlling tempo, we have number 33. And I don't know if there's a better player that can control the tempo, whether you want to go Abigail Pearson. This is kind of when, she's going to step up and do her thing. Abba's not a quiet night. I mean, Abba's had 6, but very quiet 6 points. Abba's done so many things defensively. She's grabbed boards. I want to say, you're all right. You're playing a rival. You're playing a league school. The energy's high. Just settle down, control the basketball, and let's have some fun. I mean, that's what makes rivalry games so much fun. I mean, you see players come out, you see Campa come out and drill threes. I mean, that's what makes tonight so much fun.
Back underway here, third quarter. A couple of scores here on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard to check for you at halftime. Beloit leads Republic County in girls play 26-13. In the NCKL, Clay Center leads Chapman 26-21. Also, Bennington's girls leading El Saline 20-8. Here's Samuelson for a 3. That one's strong, and it goes out of bounds, and Sacred Heart will take over. Also, Salina South beating Campus at halftime, 32-16. Salina Central beating Mays, 23-14 at the half. Let's check your Bennington State Bank scoreboard. We'll keep an eye on those scores from around the area in the NCAA as we go through here tonight. Sacred Heart shoots a 3, left-hand side. They pick up right where they left off in the first half. It's Nicole Richards. That is her third 3 of the night. She has 9.
Yeah, that extended zone just left Richards not wide open, just with a little bit of a window. It's a great shot from Richards.
Heinrich fakes a 3, top of the circle. Now goes left-hand side to Pearson. Abba trying to answer. That one's off the mark, no good. Long rebound tapped out by Rohr. Chased down by Reese Heinrich. Heinrich tried to one-hand it to Sutton Douglas down low, and it's going to be picked off. Eden Sharpton takes it away for the Knights.
Yeah, Heinrich might have got a little bit greedy with that. We saw the look, we saw the angle. That would have been a tough pass and catch right there. Good defense from Sacred Heart to steal the basketball.
Addie Lee up top. She'll challenge Samuelson. Back her down. Now flip it out to the right-hand side to Douglas. Now Lee gets it back. Now back into the hands of Richards as they work the right-hand side. Now back to the left. Mia Hamilton as they start to balance the floor. It's a 5-point Lady Knight lead. It's the largest lead they've had of the game. They've been up by that margin twice. Here's a rebound off a missed shot. Bounced around. Reese Heinrich will control it for Southeast. Left-hand side now Samuelson. Samuelson driving right at a Sutton Douglas screen. And a shot up is no good. Rebound in a dual possession situation. And a possession will go to Sacred Heart.
Yeah, it was Eden Sharpton right there. Did a good job. Just stayed vertical. She went straight up. No foul. And no foul should have been called right there, but she made it extremely difficult for Samuelson to finish that bucket. That's good defense from Sacred Heart in transition.
Sacred Heart, a right wing three. That won't
Heinrich
go down.
Again.
Yeah, Heinrich another rebound. Reese has struggled offensively the last couple of nights, but boy, she's still stuck in there with those rebounds. There's a lot of contact.
I hate that no call.
Yeah,
hate
Pearson
it.
and Douglas.
It's either a foul or it's either a charge or a block. You got to call it one way or the other.
Douglas went down, and they just let him play through with no whistle. Here's a secondary three now off the break for Sacred Heart. That's no good. They're going to pitch it back out to Richard. She's the one that missed the three. 33-28, 5:34 left to go here. We're just underway in the third quarter.
When Eden Sharpton's continuing to get offensive rebounds and just continue these possessions for Sacred Heart. You saw another one right there. Sharpton, only a sophomore, and see defensive rebound from Sutton Douglas right there. But, man, when she gets an offensive mind, she's going to be really difficult to deal with.
Addie Lee missed the reverse. It ended up with Samuelson. She came down the left-hand side, and then she's tied up. This time the arrow will keep it with Southeast of Salina, and they'll get a chance to run some baseline offense here. Reagan Duran checks in for Sutton Douglas.
Yeah, and it looked like Kaya just got herself too deep right there. You want to see her go off one foot and just go up strong again. I think she was kind of, apprehensive after that last possession. She didn't want to go up and draw contact, but continue to go hard, continue to draw contact. Don't let one possession kind of get into your mind. That's what we love about these freshmen. We talk about it. They normally don't have, a memory. They just continue to go. You want to see Kaya just continue to attack right there.
Crashing down in the lane. Reagan Duran's open. Heinrich gets to the ball. Big ball fake there by Duran, and she turns it over. Tried to pass it through the paint and got picked off.
She gets it right back.
Got it right back. Here's
attack.
Dual turnovers now, one on each side. Durant all the way to the cup. Left-handed layup, too strong, no good. Rebound in question. Addison Rohr erases that question mark. Now to Pearson. Right down Broadway for the layup is good. How about Pearson with 8? Again, defense out of shape. Who's there to take advantage?
100%. And when Pearson sees that, she's so smart. She understands when the defense is not where they need to be. She's going to attack. She'll hit the three if your defense isn't over-rotating. If they're not there, she'll attack you if they're not there as well. It's a great job from the junior.
33-30, Sacred Heart. Seemed like they were standing in the lane with at least 2 players for a long time. They missed the shot. Southeast pulls it away. Pearson whips it to the right. Duran is tripped up and a foul called. It's on Richards, her second.
And I think we're starting to see an initiative of attacking the basket right there. A lot of times we see Douglas catch that ball. Duran catch that ball in the wing. She's going to go up for the 3. Right there, she just attacks. She's so explosive. It's a great job from Duran to create that foul.
Here's Rohr back to the inbounder.
Wow.
Heinrich, she is getting really, really good at that shot.
That baseline jumper, we talk about that 15-foot jumper. It's so difficult to hit, but she doesn't extend herself out to the three-point line. She just continues to keep herself there. If you can hit that at a high clip, you're going to be extremely successful in the high school game.
Back to within 1, 33-32. And a shot up and good.
And Douglas is so good catching that ball and just going to that left side, just right off her right shoulder. She did a good job pinning Rohr down. It's a nice finish from Douglas.
35-32, Sacred Heart. Here's Pearson. Peeling off of a screen. Her 15-footer on the right wing won't go. Rebound down low, Addie Lee. Sacred Heart, they want to attack the left-hand side. Shot put up, no good. Scrum for the rebound. Reagan Duran will control. She hits the outlet in Reese Heinrich. 3:34 left to play here in a quick-moving third quarter of action. Duran has it on the right. One-on-one. She'll get a pick now from Rohr. Elbow jumper. Splashes it home. Reagan Duran has a half a dozen. Give the pick and the assist that time to Rohr.
It's again Duran not settling for that three-point shot. Just takes a couple dribbles, gets herself a couple steps in, 15-footer drilled by Duran.
Well, Southeast isn't panicking either. They've been down by 5 a couple of times, but you don't see really any panic in them. They're sticking with the plan. They're sticking with the offense.
And they're staying small right now. We've seen Douglas, off the court for a little bit. You're staying really small, just seeing what Sacred Heart can do.
That time somebody overcommitted. Eden Sharpton ends up with a free pass to the basket. She's going to score. And a timeout called here by Sacred Heart. Yep. 30-second timeout. We will take it. 2:51 left to go here in the third. Sacred Heart maintaining a 3-point lead here on KINA.
For over 30 years, Ryan Roofing has been the area's leader in commercial roofing installation. Over 10 million square feet of Duralast roofing. Now, Ryan Roofing is expanding their expertise to the residential properties to better serve you and your home. Shingles, windows, siding, and gutters. Call Ryan Roofing in Salina today for a free roof assessment and get the expert advice you need. Ryan Roofing, serving commercial businesses in the area for over 30 years and now working for you on your residential property.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
2:51 left to go here in the third. 37-34. Sacred Heart with a 3-point lead. Southeast of Saline with the basketball. Welcome back, Devin Haney, along with Tyler Smith in the Equity Bank broadcast booth here at Southeast of Saline. Abba Pearson has it on the right side. Lost the handle, but she's going to get it back. Ball deflected. Now Reagan Duran will save it for Southeast. Pearson up top. She kicks it out. Feldman for three. Got to go! Sarah Feldman, her second three-pointer of the night. Both of them have come from the right side baseline.
And Feldman just into the game for Heinrich right there. Just a great job spotting up. Great finish from the senior, Sarah Feldman.
Sacred Heart tried a three. That one took a high bounce. Looked like it went off the guide wire for the basket. And Southeast is going to pull it away. Here's Samuelson. Feldman on the left now, opposite side of the basket. Back to Pearson. Things starting to quicken up as far as pace here in this game. Feldman inside. Addison Rohr in a double team. She's going to score.
Senior to senior right there. Feldman sees a cutting Rohr. Great entry pass. Great finish. Double team by Rohr. Gosh, that's fantastic to see.
Addison Rohr, her first basket of the night. There's another wide open Sacred Heart player in the lane. Every time down the floor, Nicole Richard just kind of stops inside the free throw line and just sits there.
Yeah, and Sacred Heart's going to absolutely – Carl Hines will destroy himself if they don't end up winning this game. They're missing a lot of easy shots inside the lane.
2-point lead for Southeast. Pearson with it. A lot of action on the right side. They'll swing it around now, balance the floor to Samuelson on the left. Here comes Duran to come get it, center of the floor. She'll kick it back out to Samuelson. Kaya rocks the baby to the left, comes back to the baseline. Shot up, no good. Rebound loose. Samuelson gets it herself. Out to Feldman. Three-pointer. That one's going to go air ball. Pearson trying to chase, but there in the way is Addie Lee to screen her off, and Sacred Heart will get the ball back, trailing by 2.
Yeah, what a veteran move from Addie Lee right there. She could have grabbed the defensive rebound. She just continued to keep that box out on Pearson. You know that's not an easy task from anybody. Great position from Lee. Great job. Great headsy play not to go for the basketball. Sacred Heart ball. 1
minute left to go here in the third. Floating off to the right-hand side is Addie Lee. High pass now into the paint. Douglas. Now back out to Lee. Top of the circle, Richards. Richards will float it to the left-hand side. Bethany Campa, who has checked in. Campa inside the three-point line, gives it to Skylar Douglas, who pirouettes inside the paint and then is fouled. 2 free throws coming up for Skylar Douglas.
Yeah, and Douglas does a good job just getting herself into that lane. We've talked about how open that lane's been right there. The lane wasn't open there. She had multiple defenders on there. They're going to call the foul on Duran, but Douglas created that by creating an open position right there. Goes up as she hits that first free throw. Very crafty play from Douglas.
First free throw is made. 12 points for Skylar Douglas. She's leading the way for Sacred Heart. Second free throw hits off the front of the rim. Pearson with the rebound. Abba checking in the rearview mirror, making sure nobody's behind her. Now she goes back forward. Duran for a jump shot. She missed that badly. 34 seconds left to go in the quarter. Southeast now back on defense, trying to protect a 1-point lead. Skylar Douglas plays it out beyond the perimeter now to Richards. Now Campa has it, lost the basketball. Samuelson picked it up. She's fouled. A diving Addie Lee trying to hustle and save her team that basketball. Went to the ankles of Samuelson. That'll be a foul here on Sacred Heart for Addie Lee. It's her first.
Yeah, really good foul. And Addie Lee didn't mean to commit the foul, but really good hustle foul from her because if Samuelson gets that basketball, she's all alone. It's a good foul from Sacred Heart.
Kaya with it now to Pearson, right-hand side, in front of the Southeast bench. Clock down to 12. Now back to Samuelson. She'll work left to Durant. Clock down to 8. To Douglas along the baseline. Back to Samuelson. Clock down to 5. Here's Durant for a 3. Won't go. Rebound Patterson, and that'll be the quarter as Southeast of Saline has swung the gate back the other way. Down 5, now up 1. Southeast of Saline will take a 39-38 lead into the fourth and final quarter. Radio broadcast on KINA, live stream video on SalinaPost.com, brought to you tonight by Salina Ortho.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
Whether on the field, court, or operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 50 years of combined service. If you need help staying active, or maybe you just want to discuss the newest techniques and services that Salina Ortho provides, or you want to see one of their trusted physicians, visit salinaortho.com. Come see Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
A total of 12 players have scored in this game. Each team has 6 scores. 39-38, Southeast with the lead. Sacred Heart launches a long shot on the opening possession. They come away empty. Southeast now has it. Reese Heinrich trying to put a three-pointer in top of the circle. That's no good. Pearson down low with the rebound. Her putback won't go through, and the rebound out of bounds is going to go to Sacred Heart. Each team pretty even there in that quarter. Both have 2 turnovers. Foul count was pretty even too. Nobody's in foul trouble. Everybody has 2 or less fouls as we enter the fourth and final quarter.
Devin, this is just fun, right? 1-point lead, fourth quarter against your league rival and, distance rival. Let's have some fun.
Try to hit Patterson down low, who comes into the game. She finished the third quarter, now still out there for the fourth quarter. She did not make an appearance in the first half that I remember. Heinrich now has it on the right-hand side. They swing it around, ends up with Duran on the left. Reagan a couple of shakes back and forth. Now she'll play it to Addison Rohr, who popped out. Back to Duran, 1 minute into this fourth quarter. Samuelson has it, now Heinrich. Heinrich's going to drive, kick it back out to Reagan Durant. Skip pass over to Samuelson. She'll put up a 3. It dies off the rim. Kaya, though, gets her own rebound. Looked up at the rim. She's on the opposite side, and she's going to score with the left. Samuelson got her bearings and dialed it in for 2.
Devin, you're exactly right. She just understood where she was in the basket. She didn't panic. That's a great finish from Samuelson. Is right there. She deflects the basketball. It's going to stay with Southeast. But you're exactly right. Samuelson catches the ball. We saw it. The brain was working. She wanted to go with the reverse layup. She composed herself, goes up strong. Great finish from the freshman.
Should have taken a quick appraisal of what was going on, not only where her location was, but where the defenders were as well. 41-38. Southeast back up by 3. Duran has it. Now left to Heinrich. She wants to drive baseline. Backs down the defender. Ball goes straight up in the air. Nothing there as far as a foul goes on a whistle. And here comes Addie Lee speeding out of the pack. Lee wants to challenge Pearson. Collides into her, and they're going to call a late blocking foul.
Yeah, unfortunate on Pearson. I thought there might have been steps. Lee's really good at the footwork right there. She did a good job controlling that. And again, it was the late call I think that we're upset about. There was a foul there. It's either a block or a charge. They're going to go with the block. I get that. There was a lot of steps beforehand, but Addie Lee does herself a good job getting herself to the line as she misses that first.
Lee at the free throw line for the first time this evening. A lot of conversations between the officials the official that made that call on the Southeast bench. Addie Lee's second free throw off the front of the rim, no good. Samuelson being pushed, saves the rebound, though, for Southeast of Saline.
Here's what I love about Abbott Pearson right there. She had shoved down trying to get a rebound. As soon as she stands up, she tries to set a screen, kind of frees Samuelson up for an easier transition play.
Still a 3-point lead for Southeast of Saline. Reagan Duran swings it around. Reese Heinrich wide open, left-hand side. Off the mark, no good. Duran, though, grabs the rebound on the weak side as it bounced all the way out nearly to the Southeast bench. Pearson will try it from the same spot. That's no good. And this time Richards will control it for Sacred Heart. 5:35 left to go. Sacred Heart has it back. Ball on the floor. They have to fish it out. Skylar Douglas picks it up off the deck. Now plays it out to Richards for a three. That's no good. Douglas gets the rebound and then was fouled as Reagan Duran there defending on the low block. Free throws coming up for Sacred Heart. Reagan Duran will collect her second foul.
Yeah, big-time offensive rebound right there from Skylar Douglas. And just we saw right there spin to her right side, her non-dominant side, and she goes up strong, gets that second foul on Duran.
Douglas made her first 3 free throws of the evening, but now she has missed her last 2. She's 3 of 5 with 1 left here on this trip. Free throw on the way, and that rims off. Pearson with the rebound.
And if you're Coach Carl Hines, you've had your 2 free throws here, so you won at the line. You've had the lead, and you've had Douglas there. They're 0 for 4 so far to start the fourth quarter.
Still a 3-point lead for Southeast. Pearson open from 3, bobbled the basketball. Now to Samuelson. Samuelson along the baseline. She is fouled by Sharpton, and Kaya Samuelson will go to the free throw line. Eden Sharpton has just collected her second foul. Kaya Samuelson will step to the line for the second time tonight.
Well, I don't know how happy Coach Shauna Smith was that last possession, seeing 2 threes just fly. And I don't mind it. I'm not a coach. You see that first free throw go in. You know, when you saw Pearson get that ball in the baseline, shoots a 3. Right there, Samuelson had a similar opportunity. But a wise move to drive to the basket, draw the foul in Sacred Heart, get yourself to the free throw line for 2 easy ones.
Samuelson made the first. Second one, high bounce off the heel. Sutton Douglas in there, though, and she's going to pull it out. Sutton finds Abba Pearson.
There you go.
She scores. Abba Pearson has 10. Give the rebound on the assist to Sutton Douglas. And all of a sudden, Southeast of Saline has a 3-point trip, and they lead by 6. Full timeout. We'll step away from the Equity Bank broadcast booth. This is Lady Trojan Basketball.
Mary Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maids strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Mary Maids on Facebook or check out their website at marymaids.com.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Back here at Southeast of Saline, 5:03 left to go, fourth quarter. Good start to the quarter for the Lady Trojans of Southeast. They have started the quarter on a 5-0 run.
Yeah, it's controlling possessions, right? Again, going back to what we talked about, it's controlling the pace, controlling the tempo. And we've seen offensive rebounds and just getting rebounds, getting those dirty points that you have to have in a game like tonight.
Still playing that little staggered 3-2 set with Pearson at the top. You can call it a 3-2, you can call it a 1-2-2. Addie Lee's going to step around it and nail a 3.
Big-time bucket from Addie Lee right there. Just kind of got out her feet in rhythm. The shot, the stroke. It's a great play from Lee.
44-41. Lee cuts the Southeast lead in half. That was a big shot from the sophomore. Samuelson has it now in the corner. She swings it around Duran, now Pearson, now Heinrich. Everybody touching the ball here. Samuelson for 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Southeast of Saline, what they were getting from behind the arc earlier on in this game has gone away, but that can be said true also of Sacred Heart. These two teams lit it up in the first half. There's a ball out there for nobody. Pearson's going to pick it up. Abba Pearson challenged at the bucket, and no foul called. Holy cow.
Well, and I'll tell you what, I think it's a great job right there from Mia Hamilton. She did stay vertical. She didn't put the hands down. It looked like Abba was looking for the contact. The contact never came. I like the call from the officials. I like the defense. I also like what Abba tried to do. That's just basketball right there.
Here's Sutton Douglas on the back side, weak side of the basket. Puts it up. That's no good. May have gotten deflected. Sacred Heart pulls it away. We are halfway through the fourth quarter. 4 minutes left to play.
Yeah.
Southeast with a 3-point lead. And a blocking foul will be called here against Southeast of Saline.
Yeah, and Douglas was just on the perimeter right there to Hamilton. Hamilton did the wise move. We talk about this all the time with the perimeter players of Southeast. They saw a little something unstructured. Douglas was out of position. Douglas is so much better in the paint right there. She was pulled outside. Hamilton did a good job drawing the foul on Douglas.
Skylar Douglas with it. Wants to drive. Pearson there to check her and cut her off at the path. 3:48 left to go. 3-point Southeast of Saline lead. Another drive attempt on the left. Hamilton tried it. Samuelson there to shut her down. Now they go inside. Douglas has it. Steps around a defender. Shot up, no good. Rebound being fought for. Sharpton.
Wow.
Went through Reagan
great.
Durant, it looked like, and now Samuelson's going to take it away. Ball on the floor. 2 Knights and the Lady Trojan as Samuelson goes down and fights for the basketball between 2 Knights. The Arrow's going to give it to Southeast. Good job there by Kaya Samuelson.
Devin Sharpton's been everywhere. Every rebound, she's got her body in position. She's doing a great job. Again, only a sophomore. Doesn't score a lot. That'll come, but she's doing the dirty work right now for Sacred Heart.
Samuelson on the right wing. Gets around a trap. Now she comes back out, avoids the trap again. Plays it to Duran. Duran has the ball deflected, it looked like. Now plays it to Reese Heinrich. Has her shot blocked on the left-hand side of the basket and taken away. 3:05 left to go. Sacred Heart comes back down the floor again, trailing by 3.
Yeah, Sharp on that weak side of the defense just comes, blocks the shot of Heinrich right there. It's good defense again from Sharpton.
2:54 left to go. Here's a 3 for Sacred Heart. That's no good. Addison Rohr goes up and gets the rebound. Mia Hamilton empty that time for the Knights. Pearson with it, top of the circle. She'll come across the timeline here, meet middle of the floor. Now she wants to drive, collects the defense, kicks it out to Samuelson. Now over to Durant. Reagan came to the ball, cut that length off, and now she throws it away to the left.
Yeah, right there. You saw Durant and Heinrich weren't on the same page right there. You saw Heinrich just back cutting. Durant turnover. Gosh, it's unfortunate for Southeast.
Check the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. 30-second timeout by Southeast. We will keep it right here. Salina South leading campus 42-18 at the end of the third. Salina Central leading Mays 26-25 at the end of the third. At halftime, I gave you this score earlier. Bennington, who on the girls' side is ranked number 8 in Class 2A by the KBCA. They are leading El Saline 35-22, and Wamego leading Abilene at halftime 26-11 in the NCKL. Also, Smoky Valley leading Hoisington at halftime 22-19. Here it's 44-41. Southeast of Saline leading Sacred Heart. 2:31 left to go in the fourth quarter. Southeast of Saline and Sacred Heart, they've been back and forth. Southeast had a big lead of 8. Sacred Heart had a big lead of 5. Then Southeast came back and led by 6. Right now it's a one-possession game. Sacred Heart with the basketball, floating off to the right after testing the top of the circle. Addie Lee making these defenders move around from left to right. Now she's going to stop on the right-hand side of the offense, look for somebody to pop out. She gets it to Richards, now inside to Douglas. Back to Richards. Abba Pearson there with an arm extended. Now Lee wants to drive on Samuelson. Kaya there, though, to meet her. Now Lee coming back around on a curl, makes her way into the middle of the paint, puts a shot up. That's no good. They're going to call a charge. Reagan Duran stepping off to take the charge, and a turnover for Sacred Heart. Addie Lee's second foul.
Well, and this is something that's charted, and you can tell the players celebrate it really big. There's going to be a chart. There's going to be something that gets a sticker posted on your player poster right there. The players value charges. It's a great job inside from the perimeter player Duran.
Sacred Heart was showing full deny defense there, but then they cleared out after Southeast got the ball into Abba Pearson. Inside 2 minutes left to go. Duran with it, now Heinrich, left-hand side, Samuelson, back to Pearson in the middle. Back to Duran, now to Heinrich. 4 out, 1 in offense right now around Addison Rohr. Samuelson with it. Over to Pearson, left-hand side, Duran. Duran wants to drive. Hangs,
Duran.
Shoots, and she scores.
Duran.
Reagan Duran just elevated over the top of a defender, got the ball to roll in, and she is also fouled. She'll step to the line.
And Devin, I don't know if this is a shot you want right there. You're seeing the ball work around the perimeter. You're trying to work. You're trying to drive right there. Reagan's double team. She gets fouled. What a finish from the sophomore, Duran.
Little do I need to remind you,
holy moly.
Fourth quarter Reagan.
You're exactly right. She shows all 3 quarters, but man, does she make her mark in the fourth.
47-41. Reagan Duran with a big shot there. Puts Southeast of Saline up by 6. 1:20 left to go. Sacred Heart has it now on their end. Lead looking for space. Can't find any. 3-pointer by Richards. It's an air ball out of bounds, and Southeast will take it back. 70 seconds left to play. Southeast with a full 2-possession lead. They also have the basketball. And once again, Sacred Heart showing full court press. Addison Rohr's the inbounder. They get it to Pearson. Second time in a row. Now Sacred Heart clears out. It's a one-on-one. Pearson and Douglas.
Wow.
Abba's going to bring it across the line.
And what a blessing Pearson is right there. You know, anytime you can bring a player like Pearson just to calm things down to break a press, it's such a valuable asset to have for Coach Shauna Smith.
Southeast almost lost the handle on the left-hand side, but Reese Heinrich kept it alive and kept the possession for Southeast. Pearson has it now. Carl Hines screaming at his Sacred Heart Knights to foul and get some steals. Right now, they're in the same position of helplessness that Southeast was in on Friday. And finally, Addie Lee's going to reach in and foul Reese Heinrich.
And that's the issue. That's something. Now it's only their fourth. They still have to commit one more. So this inbounds is huge for Southeast. You want to make sure that you secure the basketball right there. Nice, easy play. You don't have to run anything right there.
Into the backcourt, Kaya Samuelson has it. She'll start out left, slam on the brakes, cross it over. Now she will step to the line for two.
And, Devin, you're exactly right. Sometimes we talk about how clean defenses are and how well they play, and Sacred Heart's played that way. And we all often see Southeast play that way, but it gets you in a bind late in the game, doesn't it? Because all of a sudden you have to start committing fouls. And we saw 30 seconds run up that clock in that first possession, and added on to this. And you got to be able to commit those fouls and send players to the free throw line. As Samuelson buries a huge first.
18 points for Kaya Samuelson. It's a new career high for her. She went off for 9 in the first quarter. Make it 19.
And Devin, now a 3-possession game. So now defensively, you're going to back off. You're going to make sure you don't give up a three. You're just going to play. You're going to load the defense down low.
Also, Addie Lee has 4 fouls. Can not afford to lose her if you score here and then have to foul real quick. 17 seconds.
Let's go.
Down low, they find Sharpton, who puts it in with the left hand. Eden Sharpton steps into the left-hand side. She's been camped down there all day long, and she's going to score her 3rd basket of the game. Cuts the lead to 6, and a full timeout. We'll step aside. We'll take it as well. Here's a quick timeout. Back with more Lady Trojan basketball.
And the second free throw is good. The Trojans have called timeout to make some important decisions.
Hi, fans. It's Winnell Garrettson from Salina Homes. In every game, there are lots of options to make the right play. And in real estate, the plays can be challenging. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing for the family, investing in rentals or commercial property, or selling land, I have the knowledge to help you win your real estate game. It's sure to be a slam dunk when I serve as your realtor. Buy or sell, call Winnell.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. The team at Kniper Agency with Farmers Insurance can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Stephanie, Morgan, or Tiffany at the Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to find out how they can help you protect the things that matter most to you.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Out of the timeout, Southeast of Saline gets it into Kaya Samuelson. She is fouled again, and she'll return back to the free throw line. Samuelson, a season-high scoring here tonight. She has 19 points. Her previous season-high in scoring was 16 points. She did that twice so far this year against Clay Center and Sacred Heart.
And so calm, so composed, right? We've seen Kaya pass up some shots, and normally she's taking that second free throw is buried. That's going to be the next step to Kaya's game, right? Knowing she doesn't have to attack all the time, rely on her teammates. Kaya Samuelson is growing up before our eyes, and this is going to be fun for us to watch.
She's 7 of 8 from the free throw line in this game.
Oh,
now a traveling violation on Addie Lee. Will give the ball back to Southeast of Saline, and that should do it. Southeast with a 7-point lead. They'll just have to inbound it here real quick and then play keep away for 5.5 seconds. Addison Rohr set to inbound it. She puts Reese Heinrich in the corner, but I think both teams are going to quit.
Let's go, Devin Haney. Let's go.
Big win. Shauna Smith, her squad never lets a losing streak happen. They never go 2 in a row on the L column, and they avoided that again here this evening. 50-43, our final score. When we come back, we'll check numbers from this game. We'll also have a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game, and we will also look at scores from around the area as girls' finals start to roll in. Postgame begins now. It's a 3-minute timeout. Back with the Commercial Tire Center's postgame report after a Lady Trojan victory, 50-43, here on KINA.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Hi, this is Angela Gephardt from the Bank of Tuscan, and I'm still cheering on SES Trojans. Just like a great basketball team, we're here to assist, pass, and score big with you with our lineup of winning banking products. Whether you're looking to save with our traditional high-yield savings account, earn with Kasasa-free checkings, or secure your future with competitive loan options, we've got the tools to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Stop by one of our branches or visit Bank of Tuscan to learn more. The Bank of Tuscan, member FDIC.
Visit Suburban Appliance Center in Salina to see the Whirlpool washer with 2 ways to wash, thanks to the 2-in-1 removable agitator. With a flexible capacity, you can take the agitator out for bulky loads or keep it in for items like jeans. Shop now at Suburban Appliance Center and get twice the washer you have at home. Suburban Appliance Center in Salina, located at 1900 South 9th Street, or check them out at suburbanappliancecenter.com.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
Attention deer hunters and land managers. Join Phillips Seed Wildlife for the Whitetail Management Summit on March 1st in Oswego, Kansas. Hear from Don Higgins of the Chasing Giants podcast, nationally recognized deer veterinarian Dr. Clifford Shipley, and Wes Delks, Whitetail Land Management Consultant. Elevate your whitetail management game. To register, Google Whitetail Summit 2025 or call 785-949-2204. That's 949-2204. Reserve your spot today. Spaces are limited.
Every girl needs a stud, a real stud to hand on to. It's Valentine's season at Vernon Jewelers and time for our annual Diamond Stud event. This is the time to get your sweetheart the diamond stud she needs. Diamond studs as low as $80 from now until February 14th. We'll even give you a free box of chocolates with purchases of $1.99 or more. Shower your loved one with the beauty of chocolate and diamonds from Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina, where it's little things that matter since 1884.
Time now for the Trojan Postgame Show on KINA. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Welcome back here. Postgame's brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers after a Lady Trojan victory 50-43 over Sacred Heart. And really, when you look at this game, man, southeast of Saline, they owned the second half, but really more so in the fourth quarter. They were able to outscore Sacred Heart in the fourth quarter 11-5. They held Sacred Heart to just 2 field goals in the fourth quarter, an Addie Lee 3 and an Eden Sharpton 2 there towards the end. Free throw shooting hurt the Knights tonight. They were 3 of 10 overall from the stripe, 0 of 4 in the fourth quarter. And southeast of Saline got big plays out of Kaya Samuelson, out of Abba Pearson, and probably the biggest play out of fourth quarter, Reagan Duran, as she went in on the left-hand side, leading by 3, got an and one, and continued to hit the free throw to make it an old conventional three-point play. She finishes with 9, but she put southeast of Saline up by 6 at that point. They end up winning by 7. Reagan Duran tonight, by the way, 3 of 3 at the free throw line. She had 9 points and kind of did what she does there in the fourth quarter. Kaya Samuelson tonight, though, she led all scorers, a new career and season high. Keep in mind, she's a freshman, so every time she sets a new season high, it's a new career high, and she did that so tonight by 21 points. Her previous season high was 16 points. She had done that twice this year, and Kaya was sensational. You can go back to the first quarter, 3 threes. Then you can go to the second quarter. She hit another one. Pretty quiet in the third quarter, but then in the fourth quarter, when the ball needed to be handled and free throws needed to be knocked down, there was Kaya Samuelson. As for the game, she was able to go 7 of 8 from the free throw line on her way to scoring a season high of 21 points. Kaya Samuelson tonight, Tyler, sensational in this game. But as I said, there was some help there, too. There was Reese Heinrich over on the sideline late in the game, keeping a ball that was kind of helter-skelter, inbounds, and keeping it in the hands of Southeast of Saline. There was Abba Pearson making a couple plays. There's Addison Rohr getting rebounds on empty possessions for Sacred Heart here on the other end. There was just kind of a lot of people that chipped in on this one, and Southeast of Saline. The key with Shauna Smith's teams, they don't let losing streaks happen because they don't let losing streaks start. They never go 2 in a row on losses, and they avoid that again tonight. Still, this season, through 16 games, they have yet to lose 2 in a row.
And Devin, you're exactly right. And I go back and I think of Sarah Feldman's threes. I mean, every three that she hit, just absolutely massive, just daggers. Whenever Sacred Heart was making a run, it was the senior Feldman. We saw some nice dishes. We saw a great assist from Feldman to Rohr. It was just a complete team performance. It was, when players got kind of panicked, didn't know what to do, and all of a sudden, that full court press came, is get the ball to Pearson, let Pearson control things. But at the end of the night, it was Samuelson. It was the freshman with the composure. We've seen her force some shots this season. And when I say force shots, I don't mean shots that we don't like to see her take. We like to see her go with those shots. But a couple times tonight, we saw her kind of, just pull the reins a little bit, and then she would attack when she needed to. What a veteran performance from the freshman, and you continue to build on that. That's the thing about Kaya Samuelson. Same thing about Reese Heinrich. Like, you never know what these two freshmen are going to do. They're going to explode. We saw Samuelson. I don't think she completely exploded. I think there's still more explosion in her, but she can take over a game. Heinrich can do the same. We know Pearson can take over a game, but it's what they did collectively defensively in the second half that just stone cold stopped Sacred Heart from the threes, the easy buckets. I mean, they had some opportunities in close. Coach Carl Hines did a great job drawing up some plays. They got themselves some easy opportunities that Sacred Heart wasn't able to convert on. Their free throw percentage is going to absolutely drive Coach Carl Hines mad because it was his best free throw shooters at the line. It was Lee. It was Douglas. They didn't convert tonight. Rivalry games will do that to you. At the end of the night, a great, great team win from Southeast of Saline.
Southeast wins at 50-43. Let's take a check at the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. Girls finals starting to roll in. Mays tonight beat Salina Central 32-29. Also, Clay Center beat Chapman 56-30. Salina South defeats Campus 50-29. Those are the only finals that we have in right now on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. We still owe you final scoring and a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the game. We'll take a 3-minute break. When we come back, we will give that to you as well. We'll have stats and a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the game after a 50-43 victory for Southeast of Saline's Lady Trojans here on KINA.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
During the winter months, we all rack up a lot of miles, especially following the SES basketball and wrestling teams. Isaacson Truckline is a proud supporter of the Southeast Trojans and wants to remind everyone to be safe on the roads this season. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truckline.
Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top-quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knauf Auto is the AmSoil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knauf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
Trojan fans, it takes fuel to win the day. When you're following our team to show that purple pride, fill your tank with gas and diesel as you're coming or going at our 24/7 pumps. And be sure to stop to get the energy you need with a hot cup of New England coffee or cocoa. Or grab a slice of your favorite Hunt Brothers pizza and snacks. Asaria Oil and Hardware is proud to support the Southeast of Saline community. Located at the corner of Center and Main in Asaria. We'll fill you up.
When crop and weather conditions are just right, you need to bale as much as you can, as fast as you can, all while putting up the highest quality product possible. Case IH round balers have the reputation as the hardest working balers in the business to consistently build dense bales with square shoulders that don't sag. No matter the crop or field condition, bale more with Case IH round balers. With easier maintenance and serviceability, you'll spend more time where it counts. In the field, baling hay. Ready to build a better bale? Contact Can Equip in Solomon.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
For over 30 years, Ryan Roofing has been the area's leader in commercial roofing installation. Over 10 million square feet of Duralast roofing. Now, Ryan Roofing is expanding their expertise to the residential properties to better serve you and your home. Shingles, windows, siding, and gutters. Call Ryan Roofing in Salina today for a free roof assessment and get the expert advice you need. Ryan Roofing, serving commercial businesses in the area for over 30 years and now working for you on your residential property.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here on girls Postgame, 50-43 the final score. Kaya Samuelson led all scorers with 21 points. That is the most single game scoring that any Lady Trojan has scored this season. Keep in mind, Abba Pearson has had 2 games of 20 and a game of 19 in there as well. But Kaya Samuelson tonight goes for 21. Speaking of Abba Pearson, she's right there in double digits with 10, 9 for Reagan Duran, 6 for Sarah Feldman, 3 for Reese Heinrich, and 2 for Addison Rohr. For Sacred Heart's Lady Knights, they had a single score in double digits as well. 12 points for Skylar Douglas, 9 points for Nicole Richards, 8 points for Addie Lee, 6 for Bethany Campa, 6 for Eden Sharpton, and 2 for Ellie Campa. One of the big differences here, Southeast of Saline outscored Sacred Heart by 11 at the free throw line. Southeast went 14 of 27. More importantly, they went 8 of 9 in the fourth quarter from the stripe. Sacred Heart went 3 of 10 for the game and 0 of 4 in the fourth quarter. Turnovers fairly close as Sacred Heart had 12. Southeast of Saline had 11, but Southeast committed 8 turnovers in the first half. They only committed 3 in the second half of action. On their way to a 50-43 victory are Vernon Jewelers. Gym of the game, Kaya Samuelson. 21 points for her. She was sensational throughout this game. She did it. Tyler, we saw her long distance early on. Then we saw her attacking the rim in the second half, getting to the free throw line, converting free throws. She was 7 out of 8, and she was a big part tonight of the 12th victory of the season for Southeast of Saline. Kaya Samuelson, our Vernon Jewelers Gym of the game. Don't forget Valentine's Day, 10 days away now. Vernon Jewelers also, for your convenience and savings, runs their annual Diamond Stud Sale. Right before Valentine's Day, you can go in, get a pair of diamond studs starting as low as $80 at Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina since 1884. They're not old, they're just really good at what they do. 50-43, our final score. Southeast of Saline now 12-4 on the season. They are 7-1 in league play. 6-7 now for Sacred Heart, 3-4 in league play. As we talked about the league standings coming into this, Southeast of Saline, it's happened in the blink of an eye, but it's because of the schedule we put in the last 3 weeks. 16 of their 20 league games now are under their belt. They are going to have the convenience of a 7-1 league schedule. They have just a few league games left to go, but they get a week off now. They don't play Friday. Their next action will be next Tuesday, but it's not going to be easy. They still have league road trips to Beloit. They have to go to Minneapolis. They have to go to Ellsworth. And then a home game in there on senior night against Lions to wrap up the season. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch these Lady Trojans down the stretch.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast, but you're exactly right. Like, you got a gauntlet facing right now, but I think this team needs a week of rest. You know, it's something we don't talk about a lot, but, you know, we talk about how successful freshmen are and, you know, the impact that Heinrich and Samuelson have made, but this is a longer season than they're used to, right? Like, normally when you're, you know, in junior high level, your season's done. You don't play this many games. it's all about rest. It's all about how you take care of your bodies over the next week. I would assume practice will get a little bit shorter. It'll be more scouting report, and then kind of do your own thing. But you got to take care of your bodies. And this is something we see a lot of times. We talk about this with other coaches and other teams. This what you're doing on the weekends, hugely important. What you're doing, the club volleyball, the club softball. As a softball coach myself, it's not softball season yet. Take care of the season that's in school. Take care of your school right now. You don't hang banners for club championships. You hang them for school championships, and you're hoping right now that message being sent to all high school athletes. Like, it's grind time right now. You got a chance to do something special, go out and do it.
We're about 10 minutes away from the start of the boys contest. Before I let you go and make way here for Kevin Lilly, I want your thoughts on this one. 5-game winning streak for Southeast of Saline after starting 0-4. They're now 8-7. They host an undefeated Sacred Heart team here tonight.
Well, and they're playing with a lot of confidence, aren't they? And I love that Coach Flax, he laid the gauntlet down. He dropped the hammer. He kind of said to his team, he laid the expectations. Coach Flax isn't going to pull any punches. He told his team what he needed them to do. They're playing with a little bit different confidence right now, and it's always fun when you get to play this backyard battle right here. I'm excited to go watch as a spectator.
We will take a big break. When we come back, we'll turn the corner, get you ready for Southeast of Saline guys basketball, taking on the undefeated Sacred Heart Knights, and it's coming up here in about 9.5 minutes on KINA.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting Southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
Whether on the field, court, or operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 50 years of combined service. If you need help staying active, or maybe you just want to discuss the newest techniques and services that Salina Ortho provides, or you want to see one of their trusted physicians, visit salinaortho.com. Come see Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach right off Crawford and in the Central Mall Salina and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
And the second free throw is good. The Trojans have called timeout to make some important decisions.
Hi, fans. It's Winnell Garrettson from Salina Homes. In every game, there are lots of options to make the right play. And in real estate, the plays can be challenging. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing for the family, investing in rentals or commercial property, or selling land, I have the knowledge to help you win your real estate game. It's sure to be a slam dunk when I serve as your realtor. Buy or sell, call Winnell.
Mary Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maids strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Mary Maids on Facebook or check out their website at marymaids.com.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
When crop and weather conditions are just right, you need to bale as much as you can, as fast as you can, all while putting up the highest quality product possible. Case IH round balers have the reputation as the hardest working balers in the business to consistently build dense bales with square shoulders that don't sag. No matter the crop or field condition, bale more with Case IH round balers. With easier maintenance and serviceability, you'll spend more time where it counts. In the field, baling hay. Ready to build a better bale? Contact Can Equip in Solomon.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the southeast of Saline Trojans.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
The following is a presentation of Eagle Radio and KINA Sports. Trojan Basketball is on the air. On the air. This is Countdown to Tip-Off for Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA Sports. Coming up, you're going to get a full preview of area games, analysis on this matchup, and keys to a Trojan win. Now let's head to the gym for Countdown to Tip-Off right here on KINA.
After a big victory on Friday night, Southeast of Saline's Trojans have now won 5 in a row, and for the first time this season, they are on the winning side of the 500 mark at 8-7. That's after starting the season and the 2024 portion of their schedule at 0-4. A 61-58 victory over the Ellsworth Bearcats now puts Southeast of Saline in a rematch opportunity, and they will take on the Goliaths of the NCAA, the Sacred Heart Knights, who roll into this game undefeated. Welcome back into the Purple Palace. It is Southeast of Saline High School. Devin Haney along with Kevin Lilly. Chris Cadle's producing and engineering. Travis Godfrey providing that live stream video free of charge. You can enjoy that tonight. It's presented by Salina Ortho. 61-58, the 8th victory of the season for Francis Flax and his squad on Friday against Ellsworth. And boy, Kev, this game had everything. It had a dunk, it had free throws, it had a lot of fouls. There was just action all over the court. From a spectator standpoint, and just pure entertainment. It was one of the best high school basketball games we've seen in a while.
Yeah, no, Devin, it really was. It was really weird because Ellsworth doesn't have enough kids to run up and down the court like that, but yet they chose to run up and down the court and chase us around, and we chased them, and it was just a high-energy game, and there was good players on both sides. Like Ellsworth is, if they would have a bench, they may be a little bit better of a basketball team than what they are, but we came out and prevailed. And we kind of took a punch to the gut early, and it was good to see us come back and retake the lead and keep it.
Flashing back to the first meeting between these two teams, it was a victory for Sacred Heart. They are undefeated on the season. They won 64-46. Well, some of the big things I remember about this game, it was a quick start for Sacred Heart, partly because Gannon Jacobson got in some early foul trouble. He had 3 fouls right out of the gate. Sacred Heart led by 4 at the end of the first. They led by 12 at halftime and had a big third quarter going up 51-29. They took that lead into the fourth quarter. Southeast of Saline took the loss. That seems like eons ago, but it was the 7th game of the season for Southeast of Saline, the 8th game of the season for the Sacred Heart Knights, as they were tangling in Salina. That was January 13th. Doesn't seem like it was that close ago, but man, it seems like it was eons and light years ago that game happened. Of course, Southeast of Saline has been really good, and they've been on a roll since then, winning 5 in a row. They had a couple of losses in there with a victory against Lions. Remember, you lose to Sacred Heart on that Monday. You come back on a Tuesday, go on the road, and you beat Lions in an entertaining game. I think the Southeast of Saline team has learned they can win. I don't know if they've learned consistently how to win, but I think they've learned they can win, right?
Yeah, absolutely, Devin. And I think this game tonight, that's why this game is so important, other than it's a league game, it's a rivalry. But this is kind of one of those games where you've kind of had it circled to say that's kind of our get-right game, right? Mm-hmm. These other games, let's just be honest, we were a better team than them. This is one of those games where this could be an evenly matched game if we take care of business and rebound the ball and limit Sacred Heart to one shot, per trip down the court.
Sacred Heart comes in, they're 12-0. They're perfect on the season. They also are 6-0 in league play, and that includes a big victory over Beloit to get outright first place positioning in the NCAA. Let's go over starting lineups for you. Big crowd here on a Tuesday at the Purple Palace of Southeast of Saline. We will go with Carson Lehman, 3.5 points a game for the senior, along with Luke Colin, 5 points, 2 rebounds for the junior. Will Tuttle in the starting lineup. He's the leading scorer for this night squad, also the leading rebounder. 21.5 points a game, 7 rebounds for the junior, Will Tuttle. Also Noah Hines, 11.5 points a game, also 4 rebounds for the sophomore. And Maddox Wells rounds out the starting lineup. He's another sophomore, 9 points, 3.5 assists, 2 steals a game for Maddox Wells. Ryan Gormley is the head coach, along with John Darrow, former Minneapolis head coach for the Sacred Heart Knights. Francis Flax leads the Southeast Trojans, along with Trent Douglas and Joe Ross. They're 8-7 on the season, 5-2 in league play. They will start Gannon Jacobson, almost 19 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, 3 assists. Owen Bailey, 6'1 senior, 17 points a game, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Owen coming off of his season high, 25 points against Ellsworth on Friday, in which he was sensational. Sam Knopf, a 6'1 junior, 5 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists a game, along with Grady Gebhardt, a 5'8 junior, 1 point, 2 rebounds, 2 assists a game. And Caden Perry finds himself in the starting lineup once again, 6'2 senior, 2 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist per contest for Southeast of Saline's Trojans. Southeast and Sacred Heart getting ready to do battle. What are your new image audio keys to success tonight, Kevin, for Southeast of Saline?
Well, we've been on a stretch, Devin, that we haven't turned the ball over. So that's got to be the first one, that we limit our turnovers, like we have the last 3 games. But I think also rebounding. And those are some of the things that we didn't do very well back then that we're starting to do a lot better now. So I think those are the 2 keys to Southeast getting a victory today.
Center circle, it's going to be Jacobson along with Tuttle. Jacobson's going to win the tip. It's going to go directly back to Grady Gebhardt, Southeast of Saline, wearing their home white jersey, trimmed in purple. Inside to Jacobson, draws the double team. His shot over the rim, lots of contact at the point of attack, and it's kept alive by Caden Perry. Back to Jacobson, up and under move. His shot this time off the back of the rim, it won't go. Ball off the hand of a Sacred Heart Knight and taken in by Grady Gebhardt, and they're going to say Grady traveled with it. Couple of opportunities there for Southeast, no points, and Sacred Heart will take over.
And early on, you see, it's not going to be a surprise. We're going to try to get inside and get that mismatch with Gannon.
Sacred Heart with the basketball. They're wearing their road navy blues. That's Sacred Heart Knight gold down the sides with the numerals and the lettering on the front and back. Here's a drive to the left-hand side of the lane. Shot up, it curls off, no good for Will Tuttle. Rebound Owen Bailey. Bailey finds Grady Gebhardt up the right-hand sideline. He'll play it to Sam Knopf. Now to Jacobson. Jacobson with the dribble. Gets down the left-hand side of the lane. Now steps back in the middle. Teardrop shot is up, no good. Battle for the rebound. Jacobson and Tuttle both had it, and then it sprung free, and it's going to land in the lap of the Sacred Heart Knights.
And if you're Gannon, you don't want to pick up a cheap foul there. You missed it. You didn't get the rebound. Don't get a cheap one.
Here's Lehman down low. He was almost ready to do the splits. He's going to play it out to Noah Hines, who hits the 3. Hines was big in the first game of this season. He was able to jump in the sidecar of Will Tuttle, who had 22, but Hines had 16.
And our perimeter defense has got to be really good because this team can shoot the lights out.
3-0 Knights. Minute and a half into this one. Jacobson has it behind the arc. He'll play it to the right-hand side now to Perry. Owen Bailey trying to get free. He's being bottled up now at Maddox Wells. Taking him on defensively. Here's a lob pass. Gebhardt inside. Jacobson for 2. Give the assist to Grady Gebhardt.
And they're just going to continue to keep pounding it. If you're going to chase Owen around like that, listen, it's going to give us an advantage with Grady inside and anybody else.
Hines has it on the right. Pure 360 pirouette. Hit the corner of the backboard. Here's a run out. 2-on-3. Sacred Heart back nice. Jacobson across the paint, goes to Perry, kicks it out Gebhardt into the corner to Gannon. Now back around Owen Bailey. Everybody gets their touch now with Sam Knopf rounding out the starting 5 here, touching the basketball. Gebhardt has it, looks inside. There's always a double team around Gannon Jacobson here, with the Knights knowing they need to shut him down. Here's Bailey off a screen. 3-pointer flies. That's no good. Rims off. Noah Hines gets the rebound. Here come the Knights. Southeast gets back well on defense in transition. Looking for a stop here. Hines now comes off one screen, now gets to another down the right-hand side of the lane, plays it out, and a ball stripped away. Jacobson out rolling by himself. He goes up, and the layup is good. Gannon Jacobson with 4 straight points gives Southeast the lead.
And right there, Devin, just great defense, right? Moving your feet, not playing with your hands, moving your feet side to side, cutting a driver off, making him kick it out. Just great defense there.
3 minutes in, 4-3. Southeast leading by 1. Couple of buckets by Gannon Jacobson here early on. Lehman has it. Now he hands it off to Hines. Out beyond the perimeter now to Luke Colin. Colin nearly had it stripped. Jacobson trying to pull it away. Then it went off Colin's leg and out of bounds. Sacred Heart, back-to-back turnovers for the Knights, as Southeast of Saline will get it back.
And offensively, what I like about Southeast right now is they're moving side to side. Mm-hmm. They're making Sacred Heart guard them. They're not taking easy shots and quick shots. I mean, they're making them guard.
Gebhardt with the basketball to Owen Bailey. Bailey looking now. Big bounce pass across the floor to Caden Perry. Now to Gebhardt, free throw line extended. Grady comes around, left-handed dribble, hands it off to Owen Bailey. Bailey wants to get to the cup. Now he pitches out to Perry in three-point land. 4-3, Southeast of Saline leading. We're already approaching the halfway mark of the first quarter. 4:19 left to play here in the opening quarter. Jacobson takes a step to his left, now fires it inside, looking for Perry. That ball knocked free by Sacred Heart, now kept alive by Perry. Probably wasn't a great idea by Gannon Jacobson. You wonder what Caden's going to do with that ball if he makes the catch. But Southeast able to keep it alive. Here's Jacobson now. Step to the left, couple of dribbles. His baseline shot is up no good, and a foul will be called here on Southeast of Saline going after the rebound. It's on Caden Perry, and it's our first foul of the game.
And Caden's been very, very aggressive here early on, and that's one of the things that we've talked about, needing that fifth guy to come in and do that dirty work inside. In the last few games, he's really done a really good job of that.
Dominic Matucci comes into the game, 6.5 points, 3 assists off the bench for this Sacred Heart squad. He will replace Carson Lehman. Matucci looking inside, wanted to get it in to Will Tuttle. He's not available in there. Now Hines into the paint. He'll pitch it out. Three-pointer on the way. That's no good. Everybody boxing out for Southeast. Here's Jacobson now with it. He works his way back to the middle of the floor, rises up, passes back out to Owen Bailey. Bailey down the middle of the lane, and his basket goes in. Owen Bailey was sensational doing just that in the second half against Ellsworth on Friday.
Yeah, there I would like to see Caden on that backside cut, because then everybody is collapsing on Owens. It's an easy deuce for him as well.
6-3 our score. It's a 3-point Southeast of Saline lead. 3:08 left to go in a very quick moving first quarter. There's a pitch out and a three-pointer on the way. That's no good from Maddox Wells. Southeast of Saline with the rebound. Here's Knopf off the window with the runner. No good. Caden Perry with the rebound. Now it goes out of bounds. And they're going to say Perry lost it between the legs of Dominic Matucci. They're going to say, though, it didn't touch him. It ends up going through clear and out of bounds. Southeast of Saline lost the rebound and a chance for a couple of substitutions as Isaiah Kerr comes in. Tiernan Potocnik also comes in. Isn't this also kind of a heat check moment for Southeast? You go to the bench, you have a 3-point lead. You need to sustain this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's what he's looking for right here. He's looking, Tiernan's going to have to get into a rhythm and defensively find it.
Dom Matucci hits the three-pointer. That's his first basket of the game. As I said, he is sensational off the bench. He has tied the game at 6.
And you just can't. You can't give them an inch at all out there. You've got to be up on them, and you got to sit down and guard somebody and make them shoot over the top.
Owen Bailey with the basketball. Bounce pass to the right, Isaiah Kerr. Isaiah's been good as of late. Now down along the baseline. Here's Owen Bailey. Fadeaway baseline jumper. That rattles off no good. Sacred Heart wants to run. Koland with it. Collides with Potacik. Blocking foul on Tiernan and the basket in. Luke Koland will have a chance at a three-point play. Tiernan just got there a little too late. We have seen him so excellent this season taking charges. That time he was just a fraction too late.
Yep. And I think Flax is arguing a little bit. He might have been a little bit late, but, the offensive guy, drops that shoulder a little bit. Sometimes you get that call.
First basket went in. They had Koland at the free throw line shooting, too. He was trying to complete a three-point play, right? So the basket should have went in, should have counted. It should be 8-6 Sacred Heart. I had the basket going in. And now everybody is going to disperse, and it's 8-6 Sacred Heart. What a weird situation there.
Yeah. Well, on some of those, you don't know. Is it a continuation?
Yeah.
Is it?
Well, I mean, it's one of those things that if the basket didn't count, they should have been inbounding on the baseline.
Yes.
So it's kind of like when the ball's spinning through midair. If it wasn't deflected, then why did it change rotations?
Yes.
8-6 our score. Sacred Heart leading by 2. Potacik in the paint. Got clobbered, and his basketball goes out of bounds. Isaiah Kerr just happened to be running along the baseline at the same time, and it's going to go back to Sacred Heart.
And I got a little excited there because I don't think he actually touched it. I thought he let it go. But
Sacred Heart gets it back. They have been on a little 5-0 run right here, taking a 2-point lead. They also have the basketball. Minute and a half left. Hines, along with Disberger, who's coming to the game, playing a little two-man game. Shot up by Noah Hines is no good. Jacobson with the rebound. 8-6. Sacred Heart leading by 2. Jacobson all the way to the cup, and a blocking foul will be called on Noah Hines. First foul of the game for the Knights.
They were emphatic with that call to where there was no question at all there, Devin.
That time Hines just happened to be standing on the drag strip when Jacobson was coming down the lane. Potacik sets inbounds. His pass deflected, taken away. Now Sacred Heart's going to lose it out of bounds.
And I feel like they're letting them play both sides physically.
Yeah.
They're letting them get away with some things. And if that's the case, then we've got to get offensively. We got to go downhill.
8-6, Sacred Heart leading. Potacik to the right to Kerr. 1 minute left to go, opening quarter. Tiernan Potacik with it, looking for help. Adam Thiela's into the game. He has been out for a few games now due to illness, from what I understand. Jacobson now fires it left to Potacik. Here's Isaiah Kerr. Now to Thiel, now Jacobson. Thiel will set the screen, but Gannon already killed his dribble. He needs help. There's Owen Bailey. Bailey watches the clock go down to 40. He gets into the paint, kicks it out. Isaiah Kerr, left-hand side, 3, and he got it. Isaiah Kerr, much better possession that time after turning it over 2 straight times.
And offensively, we were so patient. And I think those are the things that Owen and Gannon can get us, are those wide-open shots.
9-8, southeast of Saline. 18 seconds left to go. Matucci for 3. Right through the threads. 11-9. Now Southeast trailing by 2. Jacobson tries to spin, gets in the paint, and a foul called against Sacred Heart. And Brian Gormley has a hilarious expression on his face. I love Coach Gormley, man. He's so fun to watch.
He's just a coach. He's watching the C-team game, and he can't stop from yelling even at the C-team game,
That foul on Carson Lehman. Jacobson, top of the key, 3 at the buzzer. Got it to go! Gannon Jacobson puts his initials on the end of the first quarter and gives Southeast of Saline a 12-11 lead at the end of 1. Trojan Basketball on KINA, also live stream video on SalinaPost.com, presented tonight by Salina Ortho.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
And the second free throw is good. The Trojans have called timeout to make some important decisions.
Hi, fans. It's Winnell Garrettson from Salina Homes. In every game, there are lots of options to make the right play. And in real estate, the plays can be challenging. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing for the family, investing in rentals or commercial property, or selling land, I have the knowledge to help you win your real estate game. It's sure to be a slam dunk when I serve as your realtor. Buy or sell, call Winnell.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Welcome back to the Equity Bank broadcast booth here at Southeast of Saline. Trojan Basketball. Southeast of Saline leading Sacred Heart 12-11. Devin Haney, Kevin Lilly here. Sacred Heart with the basketball. Maddox Wells to the left-hand side. Now back to Dominic Matucci. He had 2 first-quarter three-pointers. Now he's backing down Tiernan Potacek into the paint. Tiernan, though, there to bother the shot. Adam Teal gets the rebound. Up the floor to Owen Bailey. He stumbled, put his hand down. Still going to the baseline. Kicks it out to Jacobson. Now to Isaiah Kerr. Now back to Gannon Jacobson, who wants a high screen from Teal. Now Jacobson in the paint. Puts one up off the side of the rim. Just got a little too deep towards the baseline that time and comes away empty. Here comes Matucci up the right-hand side. He'll kick it back to Hines. Hines in the middle of the paint. Steps left, comes back right, puts it up and in. Noah Hines is just so smooth.
Yeah, he's got a ton of moves that he can go to. He can shoot with either hand in close like that, and he's a good ball player.
13-12, Sacred Heart. They recapture a 1-point lead. This game's been going back and forth here early on. Jacobson with it, spin move, pitches out. Potacek, he'll try a three. And that one's a high bounce off the window. Matucci comes in, grabs the board for Sacred Heart.
And Potacek just needs to see one go in to get hot.
Yes, sir. And we've seen that before. All of a sudden, then he has 19 points. There's a double dribble down low. Disberger picked it up, put it back down. And for Sacred Heart, that's their 4th turnover of the first half already. And quickly up off the bench, Will Tuttle checks back in. Tuttle's been quiet. He averages over 21 points a game. He hasn't scored yet.
Yeah.
So Southeast doing a good job with him.
Defensively, we've looked really, really solid so far. We've had a couple miscues that we paid for, but other than that, we've been pretty solid.
12-13, Sacred Heart leading by 1. Minute and a half into the second quarter. Teal with it on the right wing. Looks inside, now plays it back around, center of the floor to Gebhardt. Now to Isaiah Kerr, now to Owen Bailey, out by the logo. Bailey passes it back to Kerr on the left-hand side. Isaiah skip over the defense to Grady Gebhardt. Now back to Isaiah Kerr. Kind of a wide-open offense right now. Motion style being ran by Southeast of Saline, making the Sacred Heart defense work and not get out of position. Here's Owen Bailey for a three. That's no good. And right now, Gannon Jacobson on the bench, and that time Southeast looked a little lost without him. Here's Hines down the right-hand side. It's up and good. Noah Hines back-to-back baskets now. He has 7.
And we just don't get back defensively there. That's just a lapse, effort play to get back and stop somebody.
Owen Bailey comes and gets the basketball. He'll dribble now, play it out to Isaiah Kerr. Leaner at the window by Kerr. That comes up short, no good. And Sacred Heart has it back, leading by 3. Little 4-0 run here by Sacred Heart to begin the quarter. Three-pointer up, make a 7-0 run. Noah Hines, it's all Hines as he hits all 7 points to begin the quarter, and a timeout will be called. 5:23 left to go here in the second quarter. It's a full timeout as Sacred Heart has taken a 6-point lead, 18-12 here on KINA.
I'm Ryan Arms, your mortgage loan originator at Equity Bank here in Salina, Kansas. I'm a lifelong Salina resident here to tell you our bank can offer you mortgage and refinance options with terms designed for you. Why leave our community when you can choose the bank that never forgets it's your money? With 2 locations in town on Ohio Street and Santa Fe Avenue, there's no better time to apply online, in person, or over the phone. Learn more at equitybank.com, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Every girl needs a stud. You know, a real stud to hand on to? It's Valentine's season at Vernon Jewelers and time for our annual Diamond Stud event. This is the time to get your sweetheart the diamond stud she needs. Diamond studs as low as $80. From now until February 14th. We'll even give you a free box of chocolates with purchases of $1.99 or more. Shower your loved one with the beauty of chocolate and diamonds from Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina, where it's little things that matter since 1884.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Back in the Equity Bank broadcast booth here at Southeast of Saline, a timeout for Francis Flax as he has seen Sacred Heart score the first 7 points of the second quarter and erase a 1-point deficit, now leading by 6. 18-12 is the score. Southeast of Saline with the basketball. Sam Knopf back in there along with Gannon Jacobson. Owen Bailey comes off of a screen with a handoff and able to hit a 17-footer. Now he has 4.
And we needed that. You know, we kind of were reeling there a little bit, but, you know, you take a couple ill-advised shots and Sacred Heart's, you know, aggressive outside, and you're in a hole quickly.
Tuttle down low, kicks it out. Matucci. Gebhardt might have got a piece of that one on the launch, and it comes off into the hands of Gannon Jacobson with the rebound. 18-14, Sacred Heart leading by 4. Jacobson now going to work, gets in the lane with a big step. May have gotten fouled on his way up. Now they're going to call a foul down low on the rebound. I'd like to see how they're going to hash this one out. It might be on Lehman getting underneath Jacobson, who was airborne, and it is. It's on Carson Lehman. So that is no. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. 2 on him. Or Jathan Shope say Maddox Wells, but he just checked in. Jacobson back to the rack, has it knocked away, gets it back, goes to score, cannot, but tips his own way in. Gannon Jacobson working like a madman inside, has 9.
And I would like to see Owen on the same side out deep where Gannon is trying to get into the lane there, because they're collapsing with 3 guys. It's a kick out, and it's, you know, we can get him going as well.
Like it. There's a baseline move now. Tuttle bounces it off the shoelaces, and a nickel and dime foul on Gannon Jacobson. That ball was a rocket coming out of there. Went off the shoelaces of Maddox Wells, popped straight up. Then a little bit of contact there, and they're going to say Jacobson got the foul. Just the 3rd team foul on Southeast of Saline in the entire half. 18-16, Sacred Heart leading by 2. Hines with it, left-hand side. Now skip pass over everybody. A shot that's up, lands in the lap of Caden Perry. Southeast has it back, a chance to tie, maybe even edge ahead here. 3:39 left to go in the second quarter. Keep it tuned right here at the halftime break. We'll go over numbers from the first half, check the Bennington State Bank scoreboard, and have a chat scheduled with Shauna Smith. A big victory tonight for Southeast of Saline's ladies, and nice way to rebound off that loss on Friday night. Sam Knopf with it. Caden Perry now high post. They swing it around through Gebhardt. Jacobson will try a 3, and he will eat the 3. 12 points for Gannon Jacobson. Back out in front by 1.
You can tell his will for this game. You know, give me the ball, boys. Give me the ball.
Here's a 3 by Coland. That's no good. Loose ball. Luke's going to scoop it up. Now play it to Hines. Numbers favor Southeast of Saline. Sacred Heart, though, still going at it, keeping the pressure on. 2:49 left to go. Spin move by Noah Hines. Runs into Perry, and he traveled with the basketball. 5 turnovers for Sacred Heart. So we see Sacred Heart trailing by 1 at the end of the first quarter. They come out and score 7 in a row. They put Southeast of Saline down 6. Now Southeast has a 7-0 run.
I love it. We talked about it. It's going to be a high. It's going to be a high intensity basketball game. It's going to go both ways.
There's a air ball by Owen Bailey. That one missed the mark badly. Now a run out by Sacred Heart and a block up top. But I think the foul is coming down low for Sam Knopf. Gannon Jacobson was up around the rim. They're going to get Sam the foul down low, as he was not going to give up that open layup to help Will Tuttle get going. He'll send Tuttle to the free throw line for 2.
And I just don't like that shot from Bailey there. I mean, we've moved the ball. We've taken time after time after time, you know, moving the ball and putting the defense and making them work. And we've gotten every look that we've wanted to when we've done that. I'd like to see him, you know, kick that ball back out or continue to go.
Tuttle misses both the free throws. He is still scoreless in this game. 19-18, Southeast of Saline leading by 1. Jacobson out there. He'll get the high screen from Perry, making Hines work back and forth. Now dump it out to Knopf. His three-point attempt. Too short, no good. Here comes the run out. Matucci. He passes it over the top. Gebhardt there with it. Tried to save it. But Gebhardt just ran out of space as he was trying to bring that one in. We saw that the other night. Somebody tried to test Grady Gebhardt long, and he actually was gaining. It was Tiernan Potocnik, and he went back and plucked it out of the air. Grady, that time, the football skills kicked in right over the shoulder. He's looking at it.
Yep, he was tracking it.
2:11 left to play off the inbounds. Here's Maddox Wells for a three. That one also misses, and they're going to get Grady Gebhardt with a rebounding foul down low. It'll be the third team foul on Southeast of Saline. For Grady, it is his first personal. So Southeast right now, they have 5 team fouls in this half, Kev, but they've spread them all out. Nobody has more than one.
And that's a good thing for us.
Here's a free pass to the basket by Will Tuttle. Nobody really stepped off that time to impede his progress, and he puts Sacred Heart back up by 1.
Yeah, I'd like to see somebody slide over. That's a perfect opportunity to take a charge.
Gebhardt left all alone on the right-hand side. Now he's going to space the floor with Bailey and Jacobson. He'll hand it off to Gannon Jacobson here. Gannon a little back and forth. Tried to put on a spin move. He was suffocated there by Matucci. Now out to Hines. Lost the basketball. Jacobson there to take it away. 2 teams exchanging turnovers. Knopf has it, and he wants to dial the intensity back here for Southeast. Here's Bailey. Spin move to the free throw line. Guarded 15-footer off the heel, no good. Caden Perry with the shot at it, but it's knocked out of his right hand by Sacred Heart, and it'll stay with Southeast.
They are daring Gebhardt to shoot the ball.
Yep.
They're saying, you're not going to do it, and we're not even going to come out there. He's got to pull the trigger. He has got to have something in rhythm, and he's got to shoot it. Right there. I would take that shot right there.
Jacobson with it. Well, Grady, when he does shoot the ball, and he's only shot 10 times this year, he's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
That time he just got sped up and turned the ball over. Just the 4th turnover, though, so far for Southeast of Saline. You said at the onset, Southeast needs to keep their turnovers down. So far they are. 2 turnovers in each quarter so far.
Mm-hmm. And I think Flax is telling Gebhardt that right now. Hey, you're going to have to shoot the ball.
1:06 left to go. 20-19, Sacred Heart leading by 1. Disberger comes out, sets a high screen, ends up with Tuttle in the corner for 3. That one rattles off, no good. Jacobson with the rebound. Inside of a minute left to go. Southeast has been able to respond to just about every challenge so far that Sacred Heart has thrown out there. Gebhardt for 3. Off the right-hand side, no good. I like it, though. I love it. Keep firing.
Yep.
36 seconds left to go.
And I think you have to. I mean, you're either going to tell Gebhardt to shoot that, or you got to pull him out of the game, and you got to put somebody in there that they can respect, so that we can open up that middle again for whoever wants to go in there.
He shoots like 60% behind the arc all year. I mean, why not?
Yeah. And it would be one of those deals where he would miss the first one and make the next 4.
Clock still rolling down here. Sacred Heart taking it down to 12. They lead by 1. Action starts. Pitch out to Matucci for 3. High bounce off the rim. Can't get it to go. Jacobson has a squirt free. Now to Owen Bailey, and he's fouled. Oh, they're going to call traveling violation. They're going to say Owen Bailey, coming out of the crowd, traveled with it. It lands 1.9 on the clock for Sacred Heart to try to do something with it here. They'll check Carson Lehman in and try to extend this 20-19 lead right before the intermission with 1.9 seconds left. You have Matucci and Wells in the corners, then 2 guys trying to split up top. Lehman trying to get it in, running out of time. Now comes into Wells. He'll force one up at the buzzer, and Gebhardt there to shut him down and turn him away. And we are at halftime. What a half of basketball. Sacred Heart leading by 1, 20-19. But they had a 7-0 run. Southeast answered with a 7-0 run, and then Sacred Heart scored the last basket of the first half. And the Knights lead it by 1 at the break. When we come back, numbers from the first half. We'll also check the Bennington State Bank scoreboard and have a conversation with head coach Shauna Smith. Get filled in on what happened with the Southeast of Saline ladies earlier today. Right now, Sacred Heart leads it at the break, 20-19, right here on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the southeast of Saline Trojans.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn! Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back here at halftime, it's brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. 20-19, our score at half. Sacred Heart leading southeast of Saline by 1. Time now to look back at our first game of the night. 50-43, a victory for southeast of Saline's ladies. Shauna Smith joins us now, and I always got to go back to base number 1, right? And that is you don't let a losing streak start because you don't let 2 in a row happen. You were able to do that again tonight. I want to look back a little bit at the Ellsworth game with you. Just coming out of the gym that night, I'm thinking to myself, like, I know how I felt. I'm just a dumb radio guy. It just seemed at times that when your girls needed to respond and they needed just kind of that spike energy, it wasn't there. And they just kind of seemed a little flat. Was it just time-wise and just what we had been through for the last 3 weeks finally caught up to them, you think? Was that, and I'm not saying that's all of it, but it had something to do with it, you believe?
Yeah, and like I said, I take nothing away from Ellsworth doing a really good job with us, whatever. But I think it finally caught up to us. Yeah. And being such a young team, you know, we always have this conversation in February about this is a long season. You know, sometimes if you're ready to hang it up, your season, it'll just be done and over with and whatever. But also, it goes fast from here. Once you're after Christmas, it just zooms. And so we always kind of talk about that. But we hadn't had a chance to talk about that yet. I mean, we honestly haven't. I told my girls today after the game was over, I said I actually walked into the school today and sat down and just took a breath of fresh air. Yeah. I felt like I haven't got to do that because every single time I was walking in, I was thinking about what's my next game because we probably were playing the next night after that night we were playing, and I felt like we just got to take a fresh breath air. That's even just today, even though we had a game today.
Well, and I think it became even more evident here in this game where you go into the fourth quarter in a 1-point lead, and all the challenges that Sacred Heart threw at your girls in the fourth quarter, they had that burst today. And just the miniature rest they had over the weekend was beneficial. Let's go back to the very beginning and look at what started. 32 points combined between the two teams in the first quarter. Your girls hit 5 threes. Sacred Heart hit 3 threes. You have a 6-point lead after scoring 19 points in the first quarter. Kaya Samuelson got you off to a great start. She hit 3 of those, had 9 at the end of the first quarter. You kind of almost felt she was in for a big night, right? She's been doing everything along the floor. She hasn't had one of those scoring nights. You kind of felt like that was going to happen tonight after that first period.
Well, as I kind of told him, you know, Abigail had 20 there, and I told my dad after the game, I was waiting for her to get 20, 20 plus whatever. She almost needed to get that cap off and go do it. And I knew she was going to probably do it this season.
You go into the locker room, though, down by 2 because then Sacred Heart, they get hot from behind the arc. They hit 3 threes in the second quarter. But also, you struggle with turnovers a little bit in that first half, too. You had 8 turnovers by my count at halftime. And just a few different opportunities here. Sacred Heart was able to overcome an 8-point deficit. That was your lead early on in the second quarter, and then go up by as much as 5. Kaya, though, able to hit a 3 right before the end of the half and make it a 2-point game at halftime. I think that 3 by Kaya was huge. You guys didn't have a lead at halftime, but you weren't down by 5.
Yeah, and we talked about that we were down by 2 going into halftime. Kind of had to, like I said, we didn't feel like we told them. Like I said, we went in and we had 8 turnovers. We said going into halftime, but it wasn't necessarily played poorly. We had 8 turnovers, and look where we were at. Okay, and we talked about that. Just we sharpened things up a little bit here, and then second half we knew where some shooters were the second half.
You won the third quarter by 3 points, but in the fourth quarter, that's when things really became evident of how you won this game. A couple different things. You had 1 turnover in the fourth quarter. You forced 5 turnovers. You also went 8 of 9 from the free throw line. They went 0 for 4. For the game, they went 3 of 10. You were able to outscore them from the free throw line by 11 points tonight. And also you have fourth quarter Reagan Duran, who up by 3, left-hand side. She's like, I'm going to take it, knock it off the window, and get a 3-point play and put us up by 6. That was a huge play.
Yeah, and I've told her all season, I mean, she's capable of, she has a good-looking jump shot. She can do those things. She can get up above and beyond everybody. She can, I mean, she's fast. She can do all those things. I mean, that was pretty gutsy for her to get into the lane there, because we were kind of looking more for a wide-open layup there, kind of work it in there till we get a layup. But she did it, and it ended up working out for us.
You can talk about Kai all you want. She was sensational in this game. She ends up with 4 3-pointers, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. She has the highest game total of scoring of any Southeast Lady Trojan so far this year. She has 21. Keep in mind, Abba scored 20 a couple times, also at 19, and that was like in a 2-week stretch where she just got done doing that. But there were other girls that contributed in this. I just remember there towards the end of the game, things were kind of helter-skelter for you. Sacred Heart was trying to foul or get a steal. The ball gets free. Reese Heinrich goes over and saves the basketball from going out of bounds. Early on, Sarah Feldman, first half, second half, she hits 2 corner threes. Addison Rohr, Sutton Douglas inside, kind of keeping the boards clean for you. This was one of those classic Southeast Trojan team victories again, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I agree. And like I said, we were talking about that, how big Sarah's, both her threes were at the
Huge.
time and point, and then she shot that one that we missed over here, but it was still a great shot. I mean, it was in the rhythm, and we trust her to shoot that shot. She's a really good shooter. So like I said, and then like I said, even defensively, she did some really good, like some rebounds that we got. I can see those, and just how we played. We played a lot smarter the second half. And partially it was because of that.
Yeah. As you said, we've been on a freight train. It's kind of hard to think about the numbers and where we're at. We already have 16 regular season games in right now. It's ridiculous to think about that. You're 12-4, though. You're 7-1 in the league play. You have an entire week off until you get back into action 1 week from tonight. First of all, I bet it's going to be nice to get in the gym and just talk about some things. First of all, but where do you like where this team is at right now? Do you like where you're at, 12-4, 7-1? Obviously, the saying is you're in control of your own destiny as far as the league goes and how you want to finish this season. But are you satisfied, kind of happy where you're at right now and the progress this team has been making?
Yeah, yesterday we took some time at our practice, and even though because we haven't been at practice forever, but we took a lot of, we call it some house cleaning things and just some little things we needed to do. We worked on some things like offensively, because like the other night we just struggled offensively, what to do. So we took those out and did all those things, and so we talked about like to be able to get to next there, but we got to take care of our business. Like said about in the league thing. We're 7-1, but we got to continue from on. We don't have an easy game from here on out. We got to keep taking care of our business from here on out. And I, like tomorrow, we're gonna take the day off tomorrow. We're gonna let the girls rest and whatever. And I need that too. Whatever. Yeah. The girls were pretty pumped about that.
Yeah, my laundry pile at home is not getting any smaller. So let's take the day off tomorrow. I like that.
Yep.
50-43, you complete the season sweep of Sacred Heart. Now 12-4 on this season. Enjoy your time away from games. Get some work done in the gym. We'll see you next week.
All right. Thank you.
Shauna Smith, head coach of the Southeast Lady Trojans, now 12-4 on the season. 7-1 in league play after a 7-point victory here over the Sacred Heart Lady Knights. It's halftime of the guys contest, but we are just about ready to start third quarter action. Let's go over numbers for you. Brought to you by the Bank of Teskett. Gannon Jacobson right now leading all scorers with 12 points, 4 points for Owen Bailey, and 3 points for Isaiah Kerr. For Sacred Heart, they're being led by 10 points of Noah Hines, 6 points off the bench for Dominic Matucci. Also, 2 points for Luke Coland, 2 points for Will Tuttle. Southeast of Saline has not shot a free throw yet in this game. Sacred Heart has only committed 3 fouls. Sacred Heart has shot 3 free throws. They've missed all 3 of them. Sacred Heart has 6 turnovers. Southeast of Saline with 4. And as we get ready to start third quarter action here, Kevin, 20-19, Sacred Heart leading by 1. Pretty good first half.
Yeah, it was, and it was well played by both teams. Not a lot of turnovers. The thing for me going forward is, can we kick our energy and effort up another notch? Can we go another step? And that's what I want to see.
Owen Bailey, Grady Gebhardt, Sam Knopf, Gannon Jacobson, Caden Perry, the starters on the floor for Southeast. Also the starters on the floor other than Dominic Matucci who starts for Carson Lehman, and it's Matucci that will dip in and get the tie-up and create the jump ball situation, the arrow in favor of Sacred Heart, and he creates a Southeast turnover.
Yeah, just right off the get-go, all you got to do is swing the ball one more pass and bring it back to you. You don't have to force that because it looks like Sacred Heart's kind of in some sort of a zone there, so just move the ball around.
They were setting up almost what looked like potentially an elevator door play for Will Tuttle. He goes around it, though, gets the basketball, now throws it out to the corner to Noah Hines. Hines with it on the right wing. Now he comes back to Matucci. Matucci drives around Gannon Jacobson, but meets Caden Perry deep in the lane. Here's a three-pointer off the kick-out now by Maddox Wells. That's no good. Dominic Matucci gets the rebound. Now he throws one out deep over here to the corner. Ends up back with Hines in the middle of the floor. Hines steps through on the free throw line. Inside for a shot that is up by Tuttle. That's no good. Grady Gebhardt peels it away for Southeast. Knopf works his way to the middle of the floor in transition. Now in the corner, Jacobson. Jacobson reverse layup is good. Gannon Jacobson had the motor revved up to 9,000 RPM. I don't know how he got enough of that window to score, but that's what he does. He makes us go, what the heck, every given night.
I don't even know what to say about it. I mean, it was just an unbelievable play by an athletic basketball player.
21-20. Southeast with the 1-point lead. Colin has it now to the right-hand side to Matucci. It's going to be some kind of bonus structure for Gannon Jacobson on that difficulty, right? I mean, heck. Here's Hines for three. He's deep, and he scores it. Noah Hines has a baker's dozen, 13. He's leading the way for the Knights.
And for us, a hand up isn't going to do it. You've got to get out there on the perimeter with him.
Might be a good idea to not even let him catch the ball at this point. Here's a ball now inside, nearly taken away by Sacred Heart. Tuttle, though, falls out of bounds with it and will stay here with Southeast of Saline.
And that might have been a very smart play by Tuttle there because he didn't want to throw the ball back in bounds not knowing who was behind him.
Sacred Heart will play defense here. Gannon Jacobson for three. That one comes off the rim on the left-hand side. Rebound down low by Tuttle. 2 minutes in to this third quarter, 23-21, Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart has it on the left. Maddox Wells now to Hines, who's wide open, and he gets another one. Boy, you cannot let that happen. 16 points.
I mean, it's no secret. He's going to shoot it if he's open, and if you're going to leave him that open, he's going to shoot it, and he's going to make it. He's that good of a shooter.
26-21. Here's Jacobson, gets in the paint, out to Sam Knopf, his three-pointer, in and out, no good. Noah Hines with the rebound. 3-on-2 break, all the way to the cup. Colin has it. Rebound, Knopf on the miss, and now Knopf is fouled by Dom Matucci. For Dominic Matucci, it is his first foul. The fourth foul that's been called on Sacred Heart tonight.
You know, and the action for Sacred Heart hasn't been inside a lot, so I don't know why we're diving so hard inside to take something away inside when, listen, you got to take out, you got to take out their three-point shooters.
Gebhardt up top with it, crosses over on Colin, plays it out to Caden Perry. Now to Gannon Jacobson. Jacobson testing the waters, came off the switch. Hines there with him. Now Jacobson gets it back to Perry. Caden Perry's going to step into the free throw line. 15-foot jumper won't go. Owen Bailey keeps it alive. Now it goes on the deck. It's picked up. Now stolen away by Gannon Jacobson. The two teams exchange turnovers. Bailey all along the baseline goes into the cup, and he's fouled. Free throws coming up for Owen Bailey.
And action back and forth there just kind of got just a little bit sloppy there. And Owen has a lane there. He takes it. Great drive. Just got hit in the back of the head from a guy behind him.
Two free throws coming up. First one in. That's the first free throw of the day for Southeast of Saline.
And that's really hard to believe with all the driving and everything we've done inside.
Second free throw, also good.
Perimeter defense, perimeter defense, perimeter defense.
26-23. Bailey's free throws cut it down to one possession. Here's Jacobson now. Going up, getting the ball, tipped out away from everybody. Tiernan Potacik, who just checked into the game. He's out there now. Jacobson will try a three. Short, no good. It's an air ball. Hines will pick it out of the air for Sacred Heart. Here come the Knights back the other way. We are already almost halfway through this third quarter. Here's a leaner and a shot up and good by Will Tuttle. Just his second basket of the night. He averages over 21 And now a traveling violation called against Southeast. What happened there? Kanan Jacobson's asking the official what happened.
Whoa.
There was no defense.
None.
Wow. 2 turnovers for Southeast, I guess. Halfway through this third period. Matucci with it, hand off to Hines. Hines trying to get in the paint. He's going to flip it out now to Wells. His 3 won't go. Battle for the rebound on the backside, won by Potacek. Boy, he out-battled Disberger that time. 28-23. Grady Gebhardt has it. As he comes across center court, got a bounce from Jacobson. Now to Caden Perry, now Tiernan Potacek. Potacek crosses over, gets to the left-hand side of the paint, and he's going to get called with a traveling violation. Pretty tight on those calls.
Yeah. Yep. But we've got to adjust, and we got to go. But there again, see, we're driving the ball there instead of moving it side to side. We've got to get back to what we were successful at early on.
Matucci got in trouble underneath the rim, played it out to Hines. Hines played it to Tuttle, and they're going to have a call off the basket support above the basket. That happened in the girls' game, and they missed it. It hit that guide wire cable that lifts the baskets up. They got that one, though. 28-23, Sacred Heart leading by 5. 3:12 left to go here in the third quarter. Gebhardt gets inside the free throw line, now plays it back out to Potacek. He's guarded there by Matucci. Over to the left to Jacobson. Jacobson goes baseline, tries to reverse it again. This time, Tuttle was waiting for him on the backside. 2:55 left to go. Hines has it on the right. Now to Matucci, comes off a screen, running, gets inside, and he's going to be called with a traveling violation. Adam Teal, Isaiah Kerr check into the game. They will spell Caden Perry and Grady Gebhardt.
And I think we need to flip a couple of things. I think we need to get Gannon back inside on the block and let him work that. That's when our offense was at its best here today is that inside-outside game.
28-23. Southeast has scored 4 points here in this quarter. Adam Teal open from 3. Off the heel, no good. Hines with it. Up the floor to Matucci. Matucci going at Potacek. Charging foul. Tiernan did it again. Tiernan Potacek back to collect the charge, and they'll turn it back the other way. That's the 4th turnover in the quarter for Sacred Heart. And Dominic Matucci, his 2nd foul.
And that's just what Tiernan does. Tiernan seems to be in the right place at the right time, and you know, we got to find a rhythm back on offense now.
Scoreboard has him with 1. I clearly remember him getting 1 in the first half. 2:22 left to go. Still a 5-point Sacred Heart lead. Southeast really struggling on offense here in this third quarter. Kerr skips it back to the middle of the floor. Potacek, his leaner, weak, off the front of the rim. Teal with the rebound. Out to Jacobson, who hits the 3. Gannon Jacobson has 17, and it's a 2-point game. 28-26, Sacred Heart leading by 2.
And if it keeps going like that, Sacred Heart's going to run 2 guys at Gannon every time he gets the ball. They're going to force somebody else to beat him.
They're trying to get it in low block entry on the right-hand side to Disberger. Adam Teal was there to guard him, and Adam's going to get the body check foul. It'll be his first foul of the night. Sacred Heart sets inbounds underneath their own basket. Inside 2 minutes left to go. Tuttle for 3, and he got it. Big basket there by Will Tuttle. Sacred Heart has hit 3 threes here in this period alone. Teal open on the right-hand side. They are daring him to shoot, much like they were Grady Gebhardt in that first half. Isaiah Kerr with it. Now back to Adam Teal. Now Tiernan Potacek. Tiernan trying to turn the corner. He looks at Kerr. Now a lob pass to somebody. Adam Teal comes and picks it up. Can't get it to go down, but he was cut underneath. And a foul here on Sacred Heart will send Adam Teal to the free throw line. The foul is going to go against Ben Disberger, his first foul. So 1:23 left to go here in the third. Adam Teal to the free throw line. First free throw is up and good. His first point of the night. And just the 3rd free throw shot by Southeast. Second free throw on the way. That one's off the heel, no good. Jacobson fighting for the rebound, but that battle is going to be won by Will Tuttle. 31-27. Sacred Heart leading by 4 with the basketball. 1:12 left to play. Here's Colin going at the rack. Now he leaves it off for Tuttle in the opposite corner, and he hit another 3. Opposite corners, one on each side. Will Tuttle with 8 points here in this period. Well, you can't keep him quiet forever.
Yep.
Here's Jacobson trying a 3. That one's weak, no good. 7-point Sacred Heart lead. 48 seconds left to go. Colin, little head and shoulder fake. He wants to put the runner up. That one's going to bounce 3, 4, 5 times and fall in. Luke Colin has 4. 36-27, a 9-point Sacred Heart lead.
And that's what happens, for us. That's kind of been our MO is we get down and we continue to take quick shots.
Owen Bailey will launch a 3. That one's rimming off, no good. 36-27. Now a foul on the open floor on Gannon Jacobson. That'll be number 2 on him. 18 seconds left to go here in the quarter.
Timeout, Southeast.
18 seconds left to go in the quarter. We will step aside. It's a full timeout. Sacred Heart has gone up by 9 here on KINA.
For over 30 years, Ryan Roofing has been the area's leader in commercial roofing installation. Over 10 million square feet of Duralast roofing. Now, Ryan Roofing is expanding their expertise to the residential properties to better serve you and your home. Shingles, windows, siding, and gutters. Call Ryan Roofing in Salina today for a free roof assessment and get the expert advice you need. Ryan Roofing, serving commercial businesses in the area for over 30 years and now working for you on your residential property.
Trojan fans, it takes fuel to win the day. When you're following our team to show that purple pride, fill your tank with gas and diesel as you're coming or going at our 24/7 pumps. And be sure to stop to get the energy you need with a hot cup of New England coffee or cocoa. Or grab a slice of your favorite Hunt Brothers pizza and snacks. Assyria Oil and Hardware is proud to support the southeast of Saline community. Located at the corner of Center and Main in Assyria. We'll fill you up.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
18.7 seconds left to go here in the third. 36-27. Sacred Heart with their biggest lead of the day. They also have the basketball and a chance to close it out here in the third quarter. Maybe a double-digit lead on the shelf. Maybe Southeast can leverage it away from them. Here's Tuttle driving. Gets away from the basket. Isaiah Kerr has the rebound. 5 seconds left. Off to Owen Bailey. Bailey inside the perimeter. All the way to the cup. His leaner won't go. Adam Teal had a shot to put it back in and couldn't get it to fall. And that is the end of the third quarter. Southeast got to stop. They had a shot to score. Couldn't make it happen, though, and it's a 9-point game going to the fourth and final quarter. Sacred Heart 36, Southeast 27. Fourth quarter coming up after this break here on KINA.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
Whether on the field, court, or operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 50 years of combined service. If you need help staying active, or maybe you just want to discuss the newest techniques and services that Salina Ortho provides, or you want to see one of their trusted physicians, visit salinaortho.com. Come see Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Out of the break between quarters, Owen Bailey had it down on the block. He was trying to kick it out to Gannon Jacobson, and that's knocked out of bounds. It will stay here with Southeast. Boy, an opportunity there, Kevin. Southeast did a nice job stopping Sacred Heart and their attempt to go up by double digits, but they couldn't score on the other end.
Yeah, missed twice. Missed 2 easy bunnies there, just couldn't put it in.
Isaiah Kerr for 3. That misses off to the left. And a good box out and a rebound by Maddox Wells. Here comes Sacred Heart. Down underneath to Lehman. Lehman trying to get underneath the bucket, and he does. Carson Lehman scores his first bucket of the night.
And that's just a deal where Owen doesn't want to give up his guy to, for a kick out for a three.
Well, nothing against Carson Lehman, but he's a guy on this Sacred Heart team you should be able to stop one-on-one. I don't care who the defender is.
Yeah.
And they just didn't do it.
And I don't know what's going on offensively, but I don't know if you've noticed, but it's like in the second half we've made an effort to get Owen the ball down low, and he's been posting a little bit more.
Owen Bailey with the basketball. Plays it off to Isaiah Kerr. Now out to Adam Teal. Teal now through the defense to Tiernan Potocik. His three, good. Southeast needed that one. It's Tiernan Potocik's first basket of the game. Back to an 8-point game. 7 minutes left to play. 38-30. Here's Colin now, wanting to drive. Gets inside the free throw line, now stopped there. Tuttle now has it. He'll spin off Jacobson. Scoop shot at the rim, goes off the window and scores. Will Tuttle now has 12. 40-30.
I'm not real sure what Owen's seen, because it's like Owen took a bad angle to the offensive guy and just never got there.
Tiernan Potocik with it on the left-hand side. Looking for Jacobson. Now he has it. Boy, look at Maddox Wells just working his tail off, keeping the ball out of Owen Bailey's hands. There's Jacobson now pulling up from three. That's no good. It is Wells with the rebound. Dominic Matucci now has it. Wants to test Kerr. Isaiah Kerr went for the basketball. Couldn't get it, though. Lehman now in the corner with it. Plays it to Colin. Now back out to Wells. Wells gets in the paint. Now out to Tuttle. Out to Lehman for a three. He got it. Carson Lehman with 5 in the quarter after not scoring the first 3 periods.
Sometimes we're just getting lost.
Yep.
You know, with all the passing and all the driving and this and that, we just get lost.
Owen Bailey will try a three. That's short, out of bounds. Jacobson saves it to Isaiah Kerr, and a foul. What a play by Gannon Jacobson. It'll end up at free throws for Isaiah Kerr. And that's something, Kevin, that me and Francis Flax talked about in the pregame interview. In the way and the nature that this Sacred Heart team plays and the way that they drive and kick out and come off screens and things like that, if you don't rotate and you're not 100% accurate on your defensive help, they make you look silly at times. It's just the way they play. And we're seeing it now here in this second half.
Yeah, they can make you silly, but we're kind of helping them on our offensive end with quick triggers. We're taking shots that are kind of – we're reverting back to bad habits again, right? The pressure gets on us and we revert back. Instead of just running our offense, right? We've taken 4 threes in this quarter alone, and 2 of them didn't hit anything.
Yep.
Right? So we've got to get back to what got us, back and forth with them, and I still think it's inside. Play inside out. Let's not go outside in.
A couple of free throws there by Isaiah Kerr. Trims it back to an 11-point lead. Here's a near steal by Jacobson. Him and Lehman going at it. Now ball on the floor. Bailey gets it. Now over to Potocik. Tiernan comes to the rim. That one partially blocked. And Will Tuttle will bring it away.
And that's one of them plays where you look back and defensively was good. It just, you hope you can convert.
Will Tuttle. That time, Caden Perry got tangled up. Foul will go against Perry. That is his second. 3 team fouls. No, excuse me. 1 on Southeast, 2 on Sacred Heart. Noah Hines off the inbounds. 3 ball. Got it. Noah Hines has been quiet since early on when he had that hot start in the third quarter, but he has 19, still leading the way for the Knights. 14-point advantage now. Gebhardt with it. Now to Caden Perry. He'll take a 3 and get it. Caden Perry's first basket of the game. Back to an 11-point advantage for Sacred Heart. Pitch out to Hines. He wants another one. That one off the front of the rim. From the side, rebound Matucci, and a foul called by the outside official. Gannon Jacobson will get the foul. It's his third. Will Tuttle to the free throw line, where this evening he's 0 of 2. First free throw's up, and it's good.
And one of the things, Devin, that's frustrating is that these guys aren't that fast. I mean, there's some of these guys that are driving on side aren't fast, but we just can't keep them in front of us, which is allowing them to kick. We've got good weak side help defense, but you got to keep that guy in front of you. You got to sit down and you got to want this, and you got to go get it.
Sacred Heart wants a full timeout. We will take it as well. Almost halfway through the fourth quarter. 4:23 left to go on this one. Sacred Heart leading it by a baker's dozen. 48-35 here on KINA.
During the winter months, we all rack up a lot of miles, especially following the SES basketball and wrestling teams. Isaacson Truckline is a proud supporter of the Southeast Trojans and wants to remind everyone to be safe on the roads this season. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truckline.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. The team at Kniper Agency with Farmers Insurance can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Stephanie, Morgan, or Tiffany at the Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to find out how they can help you protect the things that matter most to you.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Nearing the halfway mark of the fourth quarter, Southeast of Saline with the basketball. Sacred Heart with a 13-point lead. There's Gannon Jacobson. Spin move, gets in the paint. Reaching foul will be called on Sacred Heart. It is on Dominic Matucci. And they are saying it's his second.
Okay.
4 minutes left to go here. Gebhardt with the basketball, plays it back to Jacobson. Top of the key three now, Gebhardt. It goes in and out and falls in. Grady Gebhardt gets his first three and first basket of the night.
And I told you he'd miss the first one and make the next three, right?
Well, he's got two more than
yeah,
doesn't he?
He's got two more left in him.
Back to a 10-point game, 48-38. Southeast of Saline hanging around, but they need a stop. Maddox Wells pitches it out to Matucci. He's coming right down the middle of the paint. A foul on Gebhardt as that ball set on the rim and thought about it and then fell off. 2 free throws coming up for Dominic Matucci. For Grady, it's his second foul. Matucci to the free throw line, where he has not shot a free throw yet in this game. They've been sparse between both teams. Missed the first one. Dom hit 2 3-pointers back in the first quarter. He has 6 points. Second free throw attempt. Got that one to go. 1 of 2 at the stripe. 11-point lead for Sacred Heart. 3:29 left to go. Jacobson with it, uses a screen up high, plays it out to Potacik for a 3, and he got it. Jaron Potacik gets a 3, back to within 8. 3:14 left to go, 49-41. Sacred Heart leading. There's Matucci right down the middle of the lane. Missed the shot. Out to Tuttle after the offensive rebound, and a 3. Sometimes those 3-pointers are best off an offensive rebound. That time Will Tuttle just standing there waiting to put it in. There's Jacobson now along the baseline. His shot is up and good as he drives to the glass.
And my problem is down there is that there was a switch called, but when you call the switch, you got to take the guy. Nobody took the guy.
Yeah, Matucci broke him down initially off the dribble, went right down the center of the lane. Hines now with it, lost his dribble. He'll play a little underhand pass now to Will Tuttle. Tuttle with a big spin move. Gets to the glass. Left it long. Potacik with the rebound. Big possession here for Southeast. They trail by 9. Jacobson in the corner. Plays it to Gebhardt. Gebhardt still setting free at the 3-point line. He's going to set a pick for Tiernan Potacik. Tiernan back out to Jacobson. 2:14 left to play. Jacobson with a spin move. Now back to Potacik. Tiernan plays it to Grady Gebhardt. He'll shoot it again. That 3-pointer in and out, no good. Boy, that one was halfway down and crawled out on him. 2 minutes left to go.
But he's got to shoot him.
Yes.
I mean, he really does. He has to shoot him because we've got to get to the point where we can have him in here, and they're not. He's somebody that they got to worry about.
52-43. Yeah, because right now they're dedicating 2 guys to Gannon Jacobson. 9-point lead. Sacred Heart might go into clock mode here. They dump it off. It's going to be stolen away, though. Grady Gebhardt takes it away. Now a ball slapped out by Dominic Matucci. It'll stay with Southeast of Saline, but the Trojans running out of time here. 1:34 left to go here in this one. Jacobson will bounce it in for Gebhardt. Grady will pick it up now. Come to the top of the circle. Ptacek, little pump fake for 3. Back to Gebhardt. He's going to shoot a 3. That one's off the right-hand side. No good. Rebound Noah Hines. 80 seconds left to play. And a foul here either on Bailey or Jacobson. It's going to be Gannon Jacobson. It'll be 4 for him. These 2 teams will go in opposite directions as far as what their schedule looks like. After tonight, we've talked almost at exhaustion about Southeast getting a break and not playing until next Tuesday. They will be off on Friday. Meanwhile, Sacred Heart will have the Tuesday-Friday connection that we've been living in. They will play TMP at home on Thursday, and then they'll make the short trip to Minneapolis on Friday of this week. There's a good trap by Southeast near the timeline, but they let Tuttle out of it. Now Sacred Heart trying to dribble it out, and a foul committed here. Still 1 to give. Nope, that'll hit the limit. Maddox Wells to the free throw line. Maddox Wells has not scored in this game. He'll shoot 2 free throws here.
But I'll tell you what Maddox has done. He's followed Owen Bailey around, and he hasn't given Owen very many easy shots tonight.
He has held Owen Bailey to 6 points, 2 points in each quarter up until this quarter where he has not scored. Wells misses both free throws. 52-43 remains our score. Jacobson out to Ptacek for 3. That one's going to be an air ball. Owen Bailey trying to keep it alive. He saves it back into the hands of Sacred Heart. Still a 9-point advantage for the Knights. Looks like they're going to dribble it out, and a foul called on Tiernan Ptacek. That will send Sacred Heart to the free throw line. Will Tuttle will step to the stripe. Sacred Heart came into this game ranked 2nd in the state in Class 2A, and they're just one of the teams within, a 40-mile radius in Class 2A. You have El Saline, you have Bennington. I mean, it is one of those years again. It comes sub-state time. Look out, because that's probably where the most competitive basketball is going to be. It's going to be fun to watch.
And it's going to be a lot of good competitive basketball and high-level basketball.
Sacred Heart helping themselves, though, as far as the league title goes. They've already established a full 1-game lead on Beloit when they beat Beloit head-to-head last week. And now a steal here. And they'll put this one away as well. So for Sacred Heart, that's going to allow them yet another game cushion in the NCAA standings as they're going to take a 54-43 victory here from Southeast of Saline, and they are going to complete the season sweep of the Trojans and win here in Gypsum. 54-43 our final score. When we come back, we'll have numbers from this game. We'll also have a Vernon Jewelers gym of the game and a conversation with the coach. It's all coming up when we come back after a Sacred Heart victory, 54-43. Postgame begins now, and it's brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Every girl needs a stud. You know, a real stud to hand on to? It's Valentine's season at Vernon Jewelers and time for our annual Diamond Stud event. This is the time to get your sweetheart the diamond stud she needs. Diamond studs as low as $80 from now until February 14th. We'll even give you a free box of chocolates with purchases of $1.99 or more. Shower your loved one with the beauty of chocolate and diamonds from Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina, where it's little things that matter since 1884.
I'm Ryan Arms, your mortgage loan originator at Equity Bank here in Salina, Kansas. I'm a lifelong Salina resident here to tell you our bank can offer you mortgage and refinance options with terms designed for you. Why leave our community when you can choose the bank that never forgets it's your money? With 2 locations in town on Ohio Street and Santa Fe Avenue, there's no better time to apply online, in person, or over the phone. Learn more at equitybank.com, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
Time now for the Trojan Postgame Show on KINA. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Back here in Postgame, it's brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers after a 54-43 victory for Sacred Heart. Let's go over final scoring for you, brought to you by the Bank of Tesket. Final numbers, Gannon Jacobson had 19 points, and a little bit of a weird situation in this game. 3 different players with 19 points to lead scoring. Gannon Jacobson was 1, Will Tuttle and Noah Hines 2 for Sacred Heart. And that kind of tells you the story, right? Gannon Jacobson, 19 points, nobody else in double digits. Sacred Heart had 2 guys in double digits. Let's go over the full scoring for you. Jacobson with 19 to lead the way for Southeast of Saline, 6 for Owen Bailey, 6 for Tiernan Potachik, 5 for Isaiah Kerr, 3 for Grady Gebhardt, 3 for Caden Perry, and a free throw for Adam Teal. For Sacred Heart, 19 for Will Tuttle and Noah Hines, 7 for Dominic Matucci off the bench, 5 for Carson Lehman, 4 for Luke Coland. Southeast of Saline, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Sacred Heart, 5 of 11 from the free throw line. 9 turnovers for Southeast of Saline unofficially. Sacred Heart with 11 in a 54-43 victory for the Knights. And I have not seen Sacred Heart do it very much this year, but I've gone back, watched replays. I've heard kind of game wraps and things like that. There's been teams able to stay with them. Tonight, Southeast did it. Beloit did it when they played earlier this season. It's a 3-quarter game. And then fourth quarter comes around, and they decide, you're not going to stick with us anymore. And that's what they do. They end up with an 11-point victory here. But I think there's a lot of what's going on conversationally right now, and we'll talk to Francis Flax about this. A lot of this was self-inflicted, too, for Southeast of Saline, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail right on the head. Sacred Heart knows who they are. They don't get away from what they do, right? They drive and kick. If you're not going to help, we're just going to go to the cup. The problem is whereas when you have a couple of bad defensive stands and, they get you on a 3, you feel like you have to rush down and throw something up, and you really don't have to, but it gets you out of what has been working for you. And before you know it, you're down by 13 points, and you're like, we're just tied.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the frustrating thing is that they just know so well who they are and what they do. And sometimes we struggle. When the tough gets going for us, sometimes we revert back to bad habits and we want to just throw stuff up. And it's like somebody's trying to be the hero instead of just getting everybody together and saying, hey, one possession at a time, let's continue to do what we were doing, right? They got to get more of that floor general type that's going to bring everybody together when the times get tough and say, hey, let's go, one possession at a time. And I just don't feel like they had that tonight.
Goes back to what I said before the game. This Southeast team has shown they can win, They know they can win. I just don't know if they know how to go get a victory. 54-43 right now. Southeast of Saline still 8-8 on the season. Gannon Jacobson tonight at Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game with a game-high 19 points. He tried to do it inside, outside, and tried to lead this team to a victory and just came up a little bit short as Francis Flax joins us now. 54-43. You take the loss here by 11, Sacred Heart. And Kevin and I were just talking. I haven't seen Sacred Heart do this because I've been here with you guys, of course, but I've seen game wraps, I've seen replays of things like that. There has been teams stick with this team through 3 quarters, either lead or be very close going in the 4th quarter. Then all of a sudden, Sacred Heart just they do what they believe in, they know who they are, and they have a system, and they know who to get the ball in the hands of. That's a difference, but I think there's also some self-inflicted wounds here for Southeast that you guys can learn from this as you move on, too, isn't there, Coach?
Well, there is. We played spectacular defense in the first half. We limited them to some tough shots. We guarded Tuttle very well in the first half. In the second half, our defense sort of broke down, and we let them get straight down the lane I don't know how many times.
Yeah.
And then you let them get in that lane in penetration and cut them off. Any place that the help comes from, they find that open man. And, of course, they're a good three-point shooting ball club.
Yeah, you and I talked about that before the game. That was kind of one of the initiatives was they get in the lane and they break you down so much, and then all of a sudden a 3-ball's going up over your head, and all you're doing is watching it go in from the outside because they can get streaky like that. Your defense, though, in the first half, I thought you were being able to complement your defense with what you were doing on offense, and that was coming down the floor, sometimes burning 45 seconds off the clock, but making them work defensively until they broke down, and you were able to get some points off of that, off their breakdown. This wasn't an offensive outburst in the first half. It was 20-19, but I thought the time you guys were spending with the basketball threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, it did, and you know, that was kind of our plan the second half. But then we started taking contested shots instead of waiting for an open shot. And, of course, when you've got Grady standing out there and they won't guard him, I finally had to scream at him to shoot. Well, he hits the first one and came close on the other 2.
Yeah.
But and Adam Teal can knock down a 3-pointer. He tried one time, missed, so that was it for him. And I didn't think Sam played as well tonight as he usually does. And I told him we can't have starters that just, don't do anything. And last but not least, they were face guarding Owen. And I told him, I said, man, you scored 25 points last game. What do you think they're going to do? They're not going to let you score 25. So you got to do other things. And we encouraged him to go set picks for everybody else, that to take his man out of the play. Well, we hadn't worked on it that much, but still, it was just it's a tough loss. But my hat's off to Sacred Heart. They're a good ball club, and they know how to use what they have.
Coach Smith and I talked about we've been on this freight train of a schedule here lately where now you get a chance to get some time in the gym, maybe even get a little bit of a break. You're 8-8 right now at this point after everything that we've gone through the last 3 weeks. 16 of your 20 regular season games now are in the books. How do you feel about this team right now at 8-8? You got 4 games left here of the regular season. Where are you at right now, and where do you think this team needs to go?
Well, truthfully, to do what we need to do in Sub-State, we need to win out. That would be the ideal thing. I mean, of course, I'm an optimistic guy. I was thinking that we were going to win this game, so that didn't happen. So that puts us our backs against the wall. But we'll get in the gym tomorrow. I told them that we're going to work out tomorrow and Thursday and take off Friday. I'll let them have off Friday, and then we'll get back at it Sunday and Monday for Beloit.
Sounds good. Be productive during your week. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Thank you, Devin.
Francis Flax, head coach of the Southeast Trojans. His guys tonight go to 8-8 on the season. Sacred Heart wins at 54-43. Take a final check of the Bennington State Bank scoreboard here before we let you go. Some finals on the boys' side starting to pour in. Mays tonight beat Salina Central 69-43. Also at the end of the third, Beloit leading Republic County by 17, 40-23. Concordia leading Marysville by 13 at the end of the third. Bennington at the end of the third beating El Saline 48-30. And Mays leading Salina Central at the end of the third 51-35. Clay Center beat Chapman in boys play. That's a final 71-20. On the girls' side here was the first game of our night, 50-43. Southeast Upsaline's girls get a victory. Freshman Kaya Samuelson, the Vernon Jewelers gem of the game. She went in for a career and season high of 21 points, leading Shauna Smith's squad to a win. Their 12th of the season. They go to 12-4 now, 7-1 in league play. Southeast Upsaline on the boys' side, Sacred Heart wins at 54-43. Southeast now 8-8 on the season, 5-3 in league play. We will take a little bit of a break here now. The next action of Southeast Upsaline basketball comes your way on Tuesday as we will hit the road once again. We will go to Beloit and renew the Trojan rivalry. Southeast Upsaline girls looking for the season sweep. The boys looking to salvage a season split with the Beloit Trojans 1 week from tonight on Tuesday. Don't forget about the high school basketball scoreboard show coming your way on Friday, even though we don't have games here on KINA. That will still air from 10 until 11 o'clock, brought to you by Salina Surgical Hospital. And then, of course, Super Bowl will be on the air on Sunday, Eagles and Chiefs here on KINA. For Travis Godfrey on video, also Trey Tolley helping out tonight as well. Chris Cadle back at studio engineer, Tyler Smith, Kevin Lilly. Want to say thank you for joining us for Southeast Upsaline Trojan basketball. It's a split tonight with the Southeast girls winning and the Sacred Heart boys winning right here on KINA.
Whether on the field, court, or operating room.